their secret headquarters somewhere in Antarctica. The producer most voted least likely to ever use a juicer, marching across the Santana, the always beautiful Panama producer. And here's the crankiest bastard on YouTube, Gary Cusack. Let's start the show!
Oh, it's on fucking loop. I fucking hate StreamYard. They can suck a dick. They really can.
It's
fucking loop.
Like with the shorts.
I'll turn it
YouTube.
on when I want it. Don't fucking turn it on for me. Auto set.
The shorts do it too, and you can't deactivate it.
Anyway,
sucks.
that was me just fucking around a little bit. And
I like it.
It was okay. I got to finish it because I'm going to do it for shows like when Joe's here. I got to have Joe's name in there. It was fun. It was fun. I wonder if Suno can pronounce Joe.
Well,
I hope so.
It almost nailed Cusack, so it depends on how you tell it.
Almost.
Mostly.
That's mostly.
I would hope it could pronounce the most common name in the English language. I mean, you know.
John is the most common name.
I think shit is the most common word in the English language.
I said name.
No,
I did not say
name.
word.
Name.
Yeah,
No,
I think
John
is more
Joe.
common.
John, they're
John.
really close together. Joe and John are close.
Yeah, but there's a reason why they say John Doe, because it's such a
John Doe?
name. Yeah.
Yeah, because Joe Doe just sounds stupid.
It does.
It's like
You don't want to have to rhyme when you're.
Well, his name is Bob Rob.
Bob Rob.
His name is Dan Mann.
Dude, I once found the ID of a guy in Venezuela. In Spanish. Yeah.
Martin Farton.
What?
Oh, God.
In Spanish, Henry is Enrique. And this guy, his name was Henry Enrique. God damn, it's got the same name twice.
That is odd. Yeah.
It's really weird.
Henry Enrique, right? That's sort of like I was joking about it while talking about it today. Made a little joke, talking about the great English actor John Houseman. I was unaware he came to the United States when he was just 22 in 1924, and he was working down in South America in Venezuela.
Argentina.
Was it? Argentina. And then after a year down there, he ended up moving to the United States and became an American, first a legal immigrant, and within a handful of years, an American citizen. And I was just like, I was unaware of that with him. I know the story of like guys like Boris Karloff, but I'd never known that about John Houseman, who's probably one of the greatest thespians in the history of the stage. And he's the guy who Orson Welles not only went to for help and advice, but ended up partnering with him temporarily with him and his wife. But what I laughed a little bit about is his wife is Austrian-Hungarian, technically today's Romania, but she was Germanic, and she had the last name Johann. So I thought it was funny that John married a Johann.
It is.
Well, it's like the chief. It's Patrick. His wife is Patty.
Yeah, I know.
Patrice.
Like,
yes. Patty and Patrick and Patrice. Oh my God. What are the odds?
yeah, the crazy. Hold on a second. My headset's driving me crazy.
I know couples like that.
Oh, me too. One of my my wife's colleagues, they're a couple. There are Andres and Andrea.
Snorty.
Oh, Snorty. You're being a funny bear today. And I think Wade is wanting to pick a fight with me.
Really? I don't see Wade. Where's he at?
It's up
Dog
on
is
the
better
screen.
than cats.
There he
That's
is.
what it says. Yep.
Dog is better than cat. Well, first of all, one's a 3-letter word, the other one's 4. I've had both, and I got to tell you, man, I've had as close a relationship with some of my cats as I've had with my dogs. So I don't know. I had one cat. I swear to God, man, she would fucking guard my daughter. That's Ginger. She was very protective of her. Well, this movie veers from one message to another. The first
No, it
minute,
doesn't.
characters
It
good,
doesn't.
and the next minute he falls in love with the radio host. Yeah, dude, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. That is not this movie.
He doesn't fall in love with her. They've been in love in high school, and he stood her up
He's
on
been in
prom
love
night.
with her since
Yeah.
high school.
It never
Before
stopped.
before becoming a killer.
And to say the least, so is she. Because the minute she sees him, it's like she's a DJ and they should have had a sound, you know,
Yeah.
the record stuff when she sees him, because that's what happens. When
Yeah,
he
the first
sees
thing he does when he gets in town is stop outside of her radio station, listening to her and looking at her, and she feels he's there because she looks up and sees him and knows it's him, even though he's wearing sunglasses. So yeah, they never stopped loving each other.
Oh, I got to tell you again, but one thing for sure on this movie, an incredible 80s soundtrack. And I loved it. And yes, he's lying. He is not clearly the right age for someone that graduated in 86, because he's not younger than me. And but I've always liked John Cusack. And this film hit home for me personally because you know, I graduated in the 80s, and I remember that shit, and I remember being invited back to my class reunion, and I wouldn't go. Every single class reunion, I would help them design the website, help them
Actually,
do all sorts of
Gary,
shit.
Cusack graduated from Evanston Township High School in 1984.
Yeah, not 86.
2 years, no difference.
He's closer in age with me. And but anyway, as I was saying, I don't even fucking remember.
Were you?
Thanks. No, I
Were
don't know
you?
what I was saying.
That you identify.
I actually had a point. I had a fucking point. Oh my God. Don't start with me. That just annoys me. The movie came out at the same year as another cult movie, Romeo and Michelle's high school reunion, which I hated. But under
Really? You
pressure.
hated that movie? Wow.
Yeah. Love the girls. I could watch them all day long. But yeah, I didn't like the premise of that film. Just the over the top goofy plot. This one has more of a straightforward one, which was based off of the fact the guy that wrote it believed that one of his classmates was a hitman. And he wrote this whole film. But the film couldn't seem to find its place. And it was hitting all over the place, not going anywhere. And of all people to help ground this movie was fucking Cusack. Cusack stepped in and actually helped write the script, which would end up being the final shooting script.
He also co-produced it.
Yeah,
I found a
this
snippet
was
of an
an-
interview where he said it was more work than just being an actor, but at the same time, it was more fun and way more satisfying to do the producing work too.
Yeah. Oh, they've fallen. They have never fallen out of love. She is angry at him, and he is full of regret because he left before prom and left her. And I laughed when she says a $700 dress. I paused it while watching the movie, and I said, like I said, Grosse Pointe is a fucking rich kid town. You know, you're talking, everybody in that town makes over 6 figures.
I mean,
The only people in the town
$700.
not doing it are the young people working in their shops. And some of those people that work in the shops are from the next town over, well, or Detroit. And I'll tell you who's a famous person from Grosse Pointe is Rob Tapert from Sam Raimi's company. And he is from Grosse Pointe. He didn't go to high school with the other guys. He went to the rich kid school. while Sam Spiegel, Josh Becker, Bruce Campbell, the Raimis, they all went to a Detroit high school. So, and I only know that, by the way, because Josh Becker explained to me that Grosse Pointe was a rich kid school and town.
Well, Gambit to each its own. I think it's a really funny movie. I saw it for the first time
Average.
2 days ago, and I was laughing to no end, man. I found it very funny.
And I like the fact that, of course, he had studied martial arts since the mid 80s. And he started because of the movie, the romantic film where he's Say Anything. He started studying it, and Benny the Jet became his instructor. And Benny the Jet has talked about him in interviews about how good he is. And he made some statement that he could stand his own in the ring, but I'm like, I have doubts that he could do well against certain fighters, and especially those of the jiu-jitsu persuasion. And but he learned to do MMA, and he's still a practicing martial artist to this day.
Well, John tends to work with Joanne very seldomly.
Very seldomly.
Yeah. Fuck off.
He likes to work with friends and family, though. He says
Yeah.
it makes it so much easier. And by the way, Bill is in it too. You get 4 Cusack siblings.
Yep. No, you need to turn that around. We won't hold it against you because I don't know what the fuck you consider average. This
And you
is
can't compare it with Casablanca. Come on.
It's not even the same genre.
Right?
So anyway, I'm not going to sit here and defend the film. I'm just going to talk about it because it's a
And
good
I don't
film.
think it's uninspired. I really like what they ended up doing.
So we got a film sequel. Some people have called it a quasi sequel, and I'm like, no, it's not. It's not. Which was War something that he did in the 2000s, and it had, you saw the return of some of the cast in it, and I'm like Dan Aykroyd, but he's dead. I'm like, no, so it's not a fucking sequel. Stop trying to call it one. It's not.
They're also trying to make war fun, and it doesn't work that way, and it shouldn't.
Yeah, comedy, which you can do it with soldiers, but like the behind the scenes shit, no, fuck off. The film had a budget of $15 million, and it earned $31 million box office globally, and so therefore it wasn't a complete dismal failure. Also, it really wasn't that fucking well marketed, so they didn't spend much money on marketing the film, which is, I got to be honest, really unusual. But it's more than that because I got to tell you, Gambit, you've got a fucked up opinion, man, because you have what's referred to as a posse in Hollywood. Okay, this is common with filmmakers to have posses. You know that, right? Like this goes back all the way to the fucking 30s. That filmmakers, actors, etc., had posses. They even made a show about it.
Entourage.
Entourage is about that shit. It's about that group of people that you always work with. And John Wayne was one of the biggest of doing that. John fucking Wayne. So if you're going to call anybody, I'll call John Wayne, using his family in his films. Fuck, how dare he? John Ford using his family in the films. What the fuck is he doing? Come on, Gambit, give it a fucking break.
If they're using family and friends because they like working together and they're good at their job, I'm fine with it. What sucks is when they are only in it because they're family and they suck as actors. You shouldn't do that.
They absolutely had fun together. And that's what
leave
really...
Sophia alone. Leave Sophia Coppola alone.
Yeah. God damn, so why bring her up, man? You're gonna fucking bring me down now because I'm just gonna get angry. Fucking, I do like her as a director, But that woman should never be as gorgeous as she is, never in front of the camera again. Ever in front
Okay,
of the
let
camera.
me de-angrify you. The scene where he walks into the radio station and Minnie Driver just goes to kiss him, that was her idea, completely spontaneous, and John Cusack was standing there with this fat grin on his face afterwards, so they decided to keep it.
I bet she is so... God, I had such a thing for her back in the 90s. But I think one of my favorite, like, single throwaway lines is he refers to Benny the Jet as a ghoul. He says, we got a couple of ghosts here and a ghoul. And the ghosts are the two feds that are, behind him. But then he says, and a ghoul. And I'm just like, that's so fucking mean.
It is.
Calling him a ghoul. And the guy's his fucking instructor in real life. And I'm sure Benny thought that was funny too. Benny's got a great sense of humor. If you've ever seen him in interviews, really, really nice guy. So the final draft of Grosse Pointe Blank was written by Tom Jankiewicz, not to be misunderstood with Mankiewicz, different family. And Steve Pink and D.V. Fuck that Italian name. Anyway, and John Cusack gets a writing credit. Jankiewicz wrote the initial script in 1991 after receiving an invitation to his 10-year class reunion. He picked the title while a substitute teacher, substitute teaching for an English class in Upland High School, writing the title on the classroom's whiteboard to see how it would look on a cinema marquee. He decided to set the film in Grosse Pointe Blank, Michigan, which is, like I said, an upper crust rich town, rather than a working class hometown of Sterling Heights, Michigan, which is where he's from. Due to the contrast between the two towns, he also factored in the wordplay of point blank range. Yeah.
Yep.
So, and it was also, there's another film called Point Blank with Lee Marvin.
Yep.
Which is one of the Parker films.
Yeah, I came across that one. De Vincentis is the name, by the way.
The what?
De Vincentis.
Yeah, that name you said that I'm not going to try to say again. So anyway, Jankiewicz simultaneously worked as a substitute teacher and a cashier at Big Lots in Upland, California, to make ends meet before his script was picked up for production. Raised in Sterling Heights, he based several of the film's characters on his real friends from Bishop Foley Catholic High School in Madison Heights, Michigan. For example, Paul Spiricki was originally named after his best friend during his high school year. And some of the other names, I'll just tell you right now, some of the names of real people are still in the script that he went to school with as an homage to his friends from high school. So director George Armitage later said that he, quote, did as much as anyone did in terms of writing, end quote, the film, but did not seek credit. He added, quote, the script when I met with John Cusack and the writers was 132 pages. I said, a quote within a quote, quote, look, I'm doing anything over 100 pages, end quote. And then he continued, they said, okay. They did a rewrite and it became 150 pages. Does this sound familiar, Anima, to one of my scripts with Mac?
Yeah, that sounds like your Mac.
We started the script, The New Vikings, at 126 pages, and it is now at 156 pages. And it happens every time we go to edit it, we take stuff out, we end up adding more. And it's like, I finally turned to him, I said, we're not allowed to edit the script. We have to find somebody else to edit it.
I mean, with your graphic novel, you aimed for 120 and you end up with 200?
It's over 200 now. So anyway,
wow.
Director George Armitage later... Oh, wait, I already read that. So they did a rewrite and it came to 150 pages. So I said, okay, you guys are fired. So I spent most of the production rewriting the screenplay, getting it down to 102 pages. Then we would improvise. And I noticed that some of the stuff I'd cut out was in the fucking improvs. They were bringing it back in against my will. But damn it, we had a good time. So there you go. He's saying, even though it annoyed him, they had a good time doing it. The majority of the film was shot in Monrovia, California. Only an aerial footage of Lakeshore Road was used for the Grosse Pointe. The city did not allow the filmmakers to use any of the shots in Grosse Pointe South High School for the movie due to the presence of alcohol at the reunion.
Oh, come on.
Hey, strict rules, high schools. I get it. I get that. I get it. So the scene where Martin is attacked by Felix while exploring the halls of the old high school was filmed at Reseda High School, which is in San Fernando. And I do believe that that's appeared in other films for the interiors. The exterior, I don't remember what high school they used. Do you guys? I forget the name of the high school. But they used another one that's been used in film before, too. Armitage later recalled with, quote, with Grosse Pointe Blank, I shot 3 movies simultaneously. We shot the script as written, shot a mildly understated version, we shot a completely over-the-top version, which usually was what we ended up using. We cast the movie, and I've cast most movies by having the actors come in and read, then throwing the script out and saying, okay, let's improvise. That's what I was comfortable with. I say to the actors, you are creating the character. This is written. These are the parameters that you have to use. This is the basic outline. Now you take this and make it your own and bring me. So I am very fond of Grosse Pointe Blank because of that. The insanity of it was trying to keep things working with 3 different registers to choose from. And I'm curious, I would love to see like a different edit of that from him. Anyway, the serious one. Armitage says of the ending, quote, I'm usually rather rough on studio heads in terms of creative help, but after seeing the audience so angry at Alec Baldwin dying in Miami Blues, I wasn't. I love that he died. He deserved it.
Yeah.
I decided that on Grosse Pointe Blank, this time, dealing with another psychopath, another sociopath, John's character, I just wanted him to survive, and we shot so many different endings. They were so generous at Disney. We had Michael Ovitz and Joe Roth running the place. They were really great with us. We shot 2 or 3 different endings, the 2 of them getting together, talking about things and everything. If it didn't work, they let us know. And Joe Roth said at one screening, when Father says, you've got my blessing in the bathtub at the end, after the shootout, just cut to the 2 of them leaving. I thought, let's give that a shot. And it's fucking worked. It's beautiful. Because it is. You got my blessing.
That made me laugh so hard. Like she's still aiming the gun at him, and Dad is like, yeah, I'm fine with that.
So this is one of those scenes that kind of reminds me of The Professional. And I love the fact that he has one target, the guy on the bicycle. You don't know who he's going to shoot. You see this clearly, this secured guy walking out on the red carpet. Is it that guy? No, he's waiting. And then you see a guy on a bicycle coming, and that's his target. But what he doesn't know is there's another hitman around those pillars inside coming out, and it's Dan Aykroyd. And he smokes the target he was supposed to protect. And then, of course, they get mad at him. That you didn't protect me. He's like, you gave me one target. I killed that target. And it's funny. I found that hilarious that he's in a spot. His character is in a pickle with these people. And he's got people mad enough at him to probably order his death. But he's promising to make it up to him.
Well, the feds sure want him. By the way, the other reason they didn't want them to use the real high school to shoot at was they didn't want to show that somebody graduating from there turned out an assassin. Which is kind of, come on. This is a movie we're talking about, but okay.
Yeah. And he was an assassin for, the military and CIA.
Yeah,
So
he went
it's
into the
like,
military first, and then the CIA recruited him. So it has nothing to do with school.
They gave him a test that showed that he has certain moral flexibility.
Yeah, I love that line.
And that's where he shoots the bicyclist. Then all these guys get their guns out, they're running around. Oh, and she's reading to him at this time as a graduate of the class of 1986.
She's turning it in, she's using it for her radio show. Even with him on air, making it a dialogue. I love that.
Now, her character is so fucking funny to me because she's a little bit nuts herself.
Yeah.
And
when she gets to tear down the office, she has way too much fun doing that.
Well, when he gets her on the phone and he goes, well, I told you I would take care of you. She goes, what exactly do you mean by that? She gets scared, like, no, not like that. No, reach under your desk. I left something for you.
You need to be careful with your phrasing when you're an assassin. I mean, in one scene he says, I'll give you the shot. And everybody's like, oh, no. You don't say that as an assassin.
This scene cracked me up too, where Dan Aykroyd actually gets on the phone with him and then pulls right up. And they're always so fucking paranoid with each other. And that whole fucking bing, 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 bing popcorn thing just like is so bizarre. But I've met through my travels, I've met some really odd motherfuckers, and I've met spooks that I suspect were killers. And I have a close friend who I know was a spook killer. He went out there and smoked people, and he's one of my closest friends. And these guys are odd fucking people. They're odd ducks in real life. And what they found out when they tested him, my friend, was that he was borderline sociopathic. Wasn't true sociopathic, but he's borderline, which gave him that flexibility. Oh, you want a father? I'll give you a spanking. I love that line too. Yeah, that's where I know it from. There you go. Thanks, Slasher Fred. I knew that from another film. So in the United States, it earned $28.08 million. And globally, it earned 31.07, which is really not that bad for us. Really, this is kind of treated like an independent film. And,
well, it feels like one.
Oh, I said that before. I said the budget is 15. It's 15, which is considered an indie budget.
Yeah. That is
anything under 25, even back in the 80s, especially in the 90s, was considered indie. I mean, Blade Runner was shot on an $18 million budget. That was in 82.
It cost 15 and it made 31. I think it did well.
It was her second performance, as I recall, Slasher. She had done one thing before, which I think was for TV. And then she did The Professional. And I still think there's something up with Luc Besson. His fixation with young women is disturbing. Like Charlie
I'm
Chaplin
so glad Jean Reno did what he did and went for the
and said no.
He can't have feelings like that.
He wanted to be more of a big brother or a dad figure, and that's what he went for, and he refused to play it any other way. Good on him. Yeah, I love that movie, dude. I wouldn't mind doing that film sometime. Rebel Without a Cause. It's an interesting film. You're killing me. Oh, man. Now, this scene I really like because it's reminiscent of something I saw in a Bond film where he's dripping a toxic resin down this thread or cable.
It looks like a thread.
And my guess is probably metal because you want it to be stable. But he's got it on the tripod. And he's dripping it down from the syringe. And right at the last instant, the guy turns like that and drops on the corner of his mouth.
And they did their research. He was supposed to be fast asleep, like sleeping heavily.
Well, his deep sleep cycle is this period to this period. So he wasn't supposed to be that easy to wake up or move.
I'm wondering, how did they find that out even? How did they get that information?
The movie, I love the movie Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I don't like the series. I love that fucking movie. That's perfect. It. You're tearing me apart. That's it, Gambit.
I thought you never watched the series.
Who?
What?
Who?
I thought you didn't watch Buffy, the series.
Are you talking to me? I watched a few episodes and I didn't like it.
Oh, okay. I thought you didn't watch it all.
No, I watched a few episodes and I couldn't get into it. Did not like it. But
Oh,
I
it's
enjoyed
perfect.
Angel. I enjoyed Angel.
It's the better show, no question.
Yeah, because that's what he was. He was a burgeoning serial killer. Yeah, that's what he yells at his parents. Because they're bickering all the time. Yeah, she's like, sir, they're very unhappy. Well, I'm very unhappy.
Because it got messy. He had to get downstairs and shoot the guy.
He had to run downstairs and shoot the guy,
Yeah.
and they said we wanted him to look natural.
Like heart attack in his sleep, yeah. And it was such a neat plan. It sucks that it didn't work.
I love the Sergeant Pepper joke about her outfit. You just stand there, Sergeant Pepper, he says.
Yeah.
I was
He's so
one of those
reluctant
guys.
to go.
I think Mac also back in the late 80s going into the 90s, we all kind of had a thing for her. And good God, that went away quickly.
Why? She didn't age well? Because
Like in a
she's
handful of
gorgeous in
years.
this. She's gorgeous in this.
I thought she was good looking in the Addams Family. She was the villain.
Oh, this is so funny. He's basically holding that psychologist hostage because he told him like 4 or 5 sessions in what his job is, doctor-patient confidentiality. And ever since he hasn't been wanting to work with him, but he shows up every week at the same time and has a session with him. And he's too scared to turn him away. So much fun.
And he threatens him too.
I know where you
Yeah.
live.
And plus, I know where you live. You see there? Now, you see there? He says, makes me very uncomfortable when you say things like that.
I mean, the dude is so nervous. He has this, what are they called? The pearls that he's fingering for stress relief.
Oh, well, first I thought they were like either prayer beads
Prayer, yeah.
or maybe a rosary, but then I went and looked it up, and it's like no, it's they're called not concentration beads, but they're for they're set up
Stress
in,
relief, basically.
yeah, it's like they're not evenly spaced, and so you're supposed to just sort of go to each one and have like a thought and relax doing it. And he uses clearly he's Jungian because he brings up anima.
No,
It lacks
he's
anima.
using anima as soul. It doesn't have an anima. It doesn't have a soul. God damn.
That's what it means. Anima is the Latin word for soul, which is why it is in my name. Troubled soul. Because I was back then, and then I kept it.
I don't know what that outburst was about. Do you? I don't know. That was weird.
It's Martin. Cut him some slack.
I wouldn't watch Buffy the series for a long time because the cast mostly played teenagers, and I identify with them. Oh, you identify as a teenager? Okay. Then I found out one character was Tweety Old Librarian. I was a librarian at the time, and I swore my library was on a hell mouth.
Really?
If you ever watch the play Grease during the song "Look at Me, I'm Sandra Dee," they make a reference to Sal Mineo. Yeah. Sal Mineo and what's his name were roommates at one time, and possibly more. There's suggestions that there were more. James Dean. Yeah, very bad things. Joan Cusack was the villain in the Addams Family sequel, The main villain in 91 was Abigail Craven. Okay, all right. Either way it goes, yeah. She was in Addams Family. What was it called? What was the second film called?
I don't
Family
know.
values.
Values. Family Values. Yeah, that was it. And she was a villain in that. I liked her in that. James and Sal. Yeah, that's what I've read. But again, nobody ever comes with any proof. The allegations. People are dead and talking about them. It's like, fuck off, man. But yeah, that is exactly what I read. Michigan. Worst state I've ever visited.
Really? Why?
Oh, I hated the smell. I really hated the smell.
What?
That is the only shot in the film that was actually shot there. Because they weren't allowed to shoot in the township proper.
Yeah, if that's a rich township, they don't want a movie like that made there.
Yeah. It's sort of like Brando's ex talking about him. And it's like, we'll never know. We'll never know. It's just allegations. After somebody's passed away, and it's like, I don't know.
What's the point even? He's
Like
gone.
I remember I got into a heated argument one night, and somebody in the audience asked the question, well, wasn't Richard a homosexual, as the play suggests? I said, well, there's no proof of that. I said, the only incident that they refer to is the incident in Damascus where he laid prostrate naked in front of his army to apologize to him. Look at that mouth. That's a purty mouth right there.
Word of mouth.
That is a purty mouth. So I'm like, well, what are you trying to say? They said, well, he was doing it because he had sodomized one of the, and I'm like, where do you fucking get this from? There are no letters from the period that confirm this. Nothing written at the time that confirms this. And I got to tell you, laying prostrate in front of his fucking men is not the way you get punished for being a homosexual. You were drawn and quartered. Didn't matter if you were blue blood or not. They killed many blue bloods by drawing and quartering them, executing them violently for that act, sodomy. It's like anytime I hear allegations of that stuff in mass or with characters from the past, I'm like, stop alleging these things that you have zero proof of.
Right.
I could easily say that he had a purple dick. Oh yeah, King Richard III or Richard II, Lionheart. Yeah, he had a purple dick. That's where he got the nickname, the Heart of the Lion, because he had a big old fucking purple heart on. Like, fucking people. This lady's cameo is great, and this felt really improvised because it's so awkward.
Yeah.
And she's backhand insulting him, little tiny ones in there. He kind of gives it back to her with the whole Mary Tyler Moore thing still kind of working for you. Or still working for you, kind of. Yeah, and here we hear the version of Live and Let Die. When he discovers that his childhood home has now been demolished
and turned into a supermarket.
Turned into a convenience store.
Oh, convenience store. Ultimate.
And I got to tell you right now,
working in there, such a shithead.
That is not something they built as a convenience store, because that is a. Let me get to it. This is a former gas station garage. That building. They're going to destroy in this movie. That left is not originally an office. That was originally a garage, or where they
Car
took the
wash,
money.
maybe.
And then the areas to the right were probably bays. So but they
I can
modified it
see that.
and they turned it into this convenience store. And it is one of the overlapping stories that we keep coming back to throughout the film. Because every time he gets really stressed out, you can never go home. He even uses that when he calls his therapist. You can never go home. Because he went home. And it's not a good experience. And his childhood home has been destroyed and turned into a convenience store. And it's driving him insane. And eventually, like the two spooks walk in, and then the ghoul comes in the next time and lights the place up and sets off an explosive, which
And
I
the
will
kid
tell you
doesn't
now.
even realize it. Oh, that scene was funny as fuck.
Well, it's so bad in the fact that that's not how plastique works in a microwave. First of all, just turning it on with the plastic, if you've got metal there, will set it off. But never mind. It's
We'll get there.
You gotta check your brain for that one moment for sure.
The rest is fine,
That
though.
him walking into this place, and he's walking into the area that used to be his living room. And he gets in this argument with the clerk, and the clerk's like, "What?" And he goes, "You know, what are you doing here?" I'm working. I'm working my shift. He's just so fucking annoyed that there's a convenience store, and he doesn't know how
He's
to react to
mean
it.
to the kid,
Oh,
but
he
he
is.
saves him in the end.
And I don't recognize the video game, but I'm sure. Oh, it's Doom too. I recognize it now. The Fuji blimp. Do you guys remember that thing? It used to be a thing, the Fuji blimp.
I have no idea.
I love it
The
when
only
he
blimp I ever remember is Goodyear. That's it.
well, the Fuji film had their own blimp, and it didn't last very long because film died. Sounds like
Here's what 11 Alpha has to say. Oh, put it back up. That's an interesting take.
they meant to get it wrong. That way, the bomber that watched this movie kills himself because he would die the moment he turned that microwave on.
With metal inside, probably, yeah.
And Rebate Nature, what is it? It sounds smarter than shooting plastic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I thought he should have just left it there in the microwave, but not turning on the microwave, but leaving it in the microwave.
The microwave was just there to give us a timer. So he knew he needed to get out. Like,
Well, you could have had a timer on the thing, and he hears the
Yesterday.
beeping, and he's like, and the way I would have written it, he hears the beeping, but the microwave's not on, and then he looks inside the microwave and sees the timer. That's how I would have done it.
Yeah, I know. But I think, yeah, it's kind of looking like a potato in there, which is funny. So I don't know. Potato bomb.
Well, Anima really liked the lady playing his mother, and she thought, "Is she related?" Look, nope, no relation. A lot of family.
She
in
really
this film.
looks like she could be his mother. That is. I mean, it just jumps out at me when they cast so well.
Hey,
I do it all the
Vickman's girl.
time when they have a younger version and then the grown-up version, and the younger version really looks like it could be him as a kid or her. I like.
Well,
that.
that's something we've seen on Magnum PI in particular, because they had
Yes.
the mother play the older version of the girl, and the daughter plays the younger version of the
Well,
girl.
yeah, that is supposed to work if it's the actual daughter, but they do it sometimes with child actors that just look
Well, they did it-
perfectly.
I wanted to point out also in that episode, they had Jose Ferrer play the older version, and Miguel Ferrer play the younger version of Jose. And that's a great Magnum PI episode. It was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
God, he is just having so much trouble coping with. I mean, if everything that could go wrong when you go to your high school reunion could go wrong, it went wrong for him.
Well, he
His
felt
mother's-
insecure about going there in the first place
Yeah,
because it's been so long and everybody's going to talk about what they do for a living and he just can't. I mean, he does and nobody believes him, which is funny in itself, but
yeah. He actually tells them. So, where were you? I joined the military, and then later became an assassin for the CIA, and then a contract killer. And they go, whatever,
for a
dude.
I mean, the
I
first
kill
person
people
from
for a
his high
living.
school that he runs into is this real estate agent.
Which
And he tells him pretty
plays-
much right away, I sold your home, I know that. But they still end up pulling up shit together because he's the one helping him get rid of the body in the high school.
Yeah, later
After
on.
that epic fight.
So just want to point out that's Jeremy Piven. And Jeremy Piven and he became close friends in the mid 80s. And that's why you see him in a lot of Cusack's projects, because they're like best buddies and they still are to this day. Which is, makes me sad to think that both of them are assholes. But I wanted to pause here because I love this moment where he pours this bottle of whiskey on his dad's grave.
And I never really understood what that means.
It's something you do for
For a fellow soldier.
If you're with friends, each person takes a drink and then you pour a shot for your friend.
Pour one out for your buddy. Yeah.
Yep, pour one out for your buddy.
Really?
Who's dead. Yeah, it's a tradition. And
I like that. We don't have that
in his
here.
case, he pours a whole bottle.
Yep.
Because
he hasn't been there in 10 years. So
It also signifies his dad was a boozer.
yeah, probably.
Part of the reason he left.
But to me, it seemed like
There's
he has to make
a
it
little
up for
radio
not
station.
visiting his grave for so long.
Yeah. I saw it more as the other. There's the little radio station. Now he pulled up the first time to look in, and she sees him. And then she says something about the past. And then he just has the balls to finally walk in. And she attacks him by kissing him.
And I love that this was ad-libbed, that it completely took him by surprise.
And they got so close. They were so close that it felt like that's something that would happen.
There you go. She just decided to go all in. And if it doesn't work, we'll redo the scene. What the fuck? But I feel like this would be good. And it was. Their chemistry is amazing.
Yeah, good comment, Gambit. I like PCU, by the way. And yes, Jeremy Piven's in it. Also a young Jon Favreau.
Sax is here.
Yeah. I really like that film. By the way, there's a Cusack film I have never seen. I forgot all about it until last night. And I'm like, I need to watch this movie. Because I noticed in the trailer for the movie, Keith David is in it as one of the Jamaicans. And the movie's called Hot Pursuit. Never seen it. Dax is here. What's up, brother?
Something, sir. And then he crashed into a DUI checkpoint, committed 10 felonies, and not to mention FUing a room full of cops.
You FU me all the time.
Fuck you, Kyle!
Well, fuck you, Kyle!
Ooh.
Oh.
No.
Fuck you, Kyle. You're a piece of shit.
I was trying to play it and it kept stopping. I don't know what was going on there.
It's StreamYard. Anyway, we love you, Kyle.
Yeah, I only say fuck you to people I give a shit about.
I know. I hear it all the time. And I
He
give it
feels
back.
the love. He feels the love.
Can you feel the love tonight?
He says bonus Kyle. And here she's just talking to her audience about what's happening. And it's amazing. She's turning him into a show.
And it's so funny because I know a lot of my fellow military vets that cannot sit with their back to a window or back to an open room.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what causes that, but
Well,
it's
situational awareness. Cops do it too. I've got a double dose
I
of it.
always want to see what's going on. I always want to see if I'm
Yeah.
uncomfortable with my back to a room. I make other people do it because I've got to see what's going on. And if someone has to act quickly, I want to be that guy. Oh, I don't see what he got. It just says it's a square for me. What is that?
It's a smiley with hearts.
Oh,
He feels
okay.
loved.
Mobsters too.
Well, I'm neither of that, and I really hate sitting with my back to the door. I don't mind windows that much, but it's the
And he
reason
didn't
why my
even
desk
fully
is in the
shut the
position that it
shade.
is now.
He
Yeah.
didn't even fully shut the shade, but it's driving him nuts having that behind him because he's trying to talk and he keeps looking back behind him. And she goes, "Is really?" And she gets up to go fix it, and he switches seats with her. That's fucking funny to me. I laughed at that. I cannot sit with my back to a fucking open door or window or any of that shit. Like
But
I
she doesn't
remember,
want the blinds down, so
I was in a relationship with somebody, and they had to sleep with the bedroom door open, and I would wait till they fell asleep, and I would go shut the fucking door. I'm like, I can't do that. No. Closets too. Closets have to be closed. That's since I was a kid because of
yes,
monster.
absolutely. About the door, yeah, my cats taught me differently because my cats hate closed doors, and Loki figured out how to open them. So yeah, I had no chance. Back to the door.
Oh, we got a back door. So here you go. Here's yours, Kyle.
Died, and you were in deep, absolutely the deepest.
Shit, Ma.
I don't like that language, but that's exactly what you're going to be in. And you, Jada, use the back door from now on. Okay.
Well, fuck you, Kyle.
There you go.
I'm just glad you didn't pull out that fucking beaver as a reward.
Oh, no. I was getting ready to do that going. And don't forget,
Ah,
this episode is brought to you by Backdoor Beaver. Best
I
popcorn
hate
in
that
town.
thing.
Oh, I love this. Like one of his old friends is one of the people that calls in.
And she just shuts them down. She lets them talk a little bit, and then she's like, "Okay, next." Nobody gets to
Next.
finish. One of
By
the
the way,
feds
Martin,
calls in too.
I need to send you the transparent thumbnail for that, say, for future things. God, there's so many things I still got to do to get that logo, the new logo, going on everything, because that's the old one. And I love that logo, but it's been with us for 6 freaking years. And it's time to update. So I wanted something a little more energy, like it's moving.
Yeah, it's just, you know what my problem is with it. It's not lining up.
With
You
what?
tilted the letters, and the edge of the M is not at the same angle as the edge of the screen. And that just will take me a little time
Well,
to
look
get used to it.
who has to go through shit that I go through every day with my OCD. By the way, baby, fuck you. I love you. Okay, so this is
Fuck you,
Benny
Gary.
the Jet. And I cannot pronounce his last name, Martin. You want to say it?
Martin is muted.
Oh,
Hold on.
it's Benny Urquidez or something. I have trouble with his last name.
If you can write it for me in the private chat, I will do
I will
my
spell
best.
it. Anima, you want to type it? Because I can't right now.
I'm looking for it right now because if I
His
see it,
name
I
is
can
spelled
probably get it.
Urquidez.
Urquidez,
Okay.
I guess.
Benny the Jet is the thing.
Yeah, Benny the Jet Urquidez.
Urquidez.
Urquidez,
Ben-
yeah.
Benny
Thank you, Urquidez. So now I know how it's said, Urquidez. I fucking love this guy. He's
came
in one of my
close.
favorite Jackie Chan movies of all time, and that's Wheels on Meals. And that fight scene is listed as one of Jackie Chan's greatest fight scenes. And no shit, I agree with that sentiment. Beardy, I watch his channel, martial arts channel, and fucking love when he talks about this stuff. Benny the Jet is a beast, still alive, still kicking. And it's
Especially
just a-
kicking.
especially he still trains. He still works with Cusack occasionally.
Well, that guy there, he's Cusack's trainer, which makes it
Yeah,
even
that's
better when they go at
Benny.
each other.
Well, they know each other's moves, and his kicks are really. This is what's amazing is he learned. Oh, there it is, Jeremy Piven, his old best friend. And this is the first time he says to somebody what he does for a living.
Yeah, but he
Because
doesn't
they
believe him.
And he doesn't believe it. And he goes, where were you? 10 fucking, he says it.
Yeah, he
Where
keeps
have you
going
been?
on about that.
He says where he was, and then he fucking takes another hit off the joint. He goes, 10 fucking years. 10 fucking years. 10 years. Where the fuck have you been? And he goes, he repeats everything that he said previously.
I joined the
word for word.
military. I got recruited by the CIA. I earn my money killing people, more or less. Paraphrase.
Yeah.
He just
And I
he
kill
doesn't
people
believe him.
for a living. And it's like, and he just laughs. Like, that can't be true. And then he
Yeah,
even
but the
tells
thing is
her.
when well, yeah, but when he comes in after he just nailed his former teacher, I forgot the character's name. He doesn't even really hesitate to help him. He's just like, yeah, okay, I guess it was true all this time.
Yeah,
And
he
he's
went and
all
got
in
laid by
helping
the
him.
teacher.
Wait, Gary, I need to make a correction.
Yeah,
I don't know because I got the information in English. I don't know if it's Urquides or Urquides.
Well, I like
However,
the way you're saying it.
however,
Urquides.
it's that kind of surname with that structure tends to be Urquides.
Well, he's
But
clearly Filipino. And so it is Spanish.
Yep.
Because some of them speak Castilian Spanish in the Philippines. So I think you're right. I think you're right in the way you're saying it. I also like the way that sounds. I'm gonna have to practice that name because I will be talking about Benny the Jet more on this channel over the next few months because I will be bringing in movies that he's in. I fucking love that guy. So anyway, I love this. Isn't there some sort of Frank Lloyd Wright connection with this? And it does kind of look like the traditional homes that Frank Lloyd Wright designed as an architect early in his career. And here comes the friend, and this is the guy that called in and says, well, he doesn't really sound like he really means it. I don't think you should give him a chance. What a shitty friend.
Yeah.
And I love this scene because, he kind of gets shit on a little bit by John here, but then fucking Jeremy Piven's character just walks in and just shits all over him.
He's not even a real cop. He's just guarding that
Security guard.
community there. Yeah, he's a better security guard. I mean, he says they train for like 3 weeks or something like that. It's ridiculous.
I remember I did real security, and the only reason I got that job was because of my military experience. And I went and did it, and there was this one night in Seattle where I thought that it was going to end up with me shooting this kid. And I'm sitting there just with all my wherewithal to try to, de-escalate this situation. And my partner shows up and he steps in too, doing the same thing. And we both, I think with the both of us standing there, all of a sudden that de-escalated the situation. But by myself, that kid was wanting to ramp up and I was going to fucking kill him. And he had no idea, how fast I was. He thought, I'm going to get my gat and fucking smoke this white cracker. And I was like, dude, please don't do that. I don't want to have to smoke you, man. Hey, it's Bush Vereen. I saw this movie once with my brother when we were shit-faced. We laughed, but I don't remember it. Also, I don't remember my brother.
No. But go rewatch it. It's fun, Bush.
Oh, wait, no. The best
has an amazing fight in it.
Also, I was just really drunk and I didn't have a brother. It was just me in a mirror.
Wait. Here we go. Here we go.
That sounds like tush to me with a T every time I hear it.
It sounds like 70s
You need to get
Bush
your
to
ears
me.
checked, Joe.
Huh? What'd you say, Anima?
Good one.
You need to get your
I
fucking
said
ears
you need
checked.
to get your ear.
You need to get your ears
It's
checked,
really boosh.
Joe.
Oh.
Joe, you
Well,
need to
yeah.
get your ears checked.
Says who?
Hey, Joe.
Gary.
Hey, Joe. Hey, Joe. Where are you going with that gun in your hand? Oh, fuck off with that. Please not. Really? Man,
Wow.
I lost my brother too, man. My brother was
That
just
is
the
sad.
biggest.
Sorry to hear that.
But yeah, I know what it's like to lose a brother, man. I was close with my brother Mike. Also, I also said shitty things about him when the week he died. When I spoke at his funeral, I said, after years of him being a designer for homes and businesses of their landscapes, doing great artwork for that, because art runs in our family. I said, for years, I tried to push him to get on the internet to promote his business, wouldn't do it. And finally, the day that I get him to be on the internet on Facebook, his Facebook page is still there. I helped him create it. He fucking dies 5 days later. And I said, Mike, you're a fucking asshole. But I do miss my brother. You made him feel bad. Win. Yeah, man. Fucking losing your brothers. I fucking hate it. So, when did he pass away? Oh, you read Wisdom at your father's service. That's nice.
I couldn't
When did
do
your bro-
anything at my mom's. I was just
Yeah,
all
you-
my siblings had something.
I suspect you are pathetically useless at a funeral for someone you love. That the minute you start talking, you'll start bawling. I bet money.
No, I wouldn't even have been able to walk up to the stage. But at my grandma's service, I was standing next to my dad, and he was holding on to me for dear life. And at my mother's funeral, I read her part because she couldn't. So I'm not completely useless. Just with my mom, I couldn't.
All right. Well,
Change the subject.
I
Too
held it
sad.
together mostly because of my nieces, because I love those girls, and I'm still close to all my nieces and nephews, and also for my own dad when I had to go to speak at his funeral. I spoke. I almost my voice cracked at one point when I was talking about something that we said, and I was talking about that time when he was scared he was going to die from the cancer, and I said, Dad, you are too tough and mean a son of a bitch to ever be killed by something like that. You'll be fine. I mean that. And I don't know. I miss my dad. So anyway, Jeremy Piven was recently in a Swedish soccer commercial that I watched, and he was going crazy with winning. That's something I bet he was good at. Though, if you want to see a movie with him, we started watching. We haven't finished it yet. Is oh crap! I just forgot Ryan Reynolds' FBI movie.
Number Lock is 11.
No, I like that one
Huh.
too. I like that movie. No, the
Smoking
other
Aces.
one,
Smoking Aces.
Smoking Aces. I fucking
Aces
love
is
that
funny.
movie. And Jeremy Piven, watching him fall apart in that movie was great. His eyes were so bloodshot. There,
Oh my
there,
God,
Anima,
yeah.
right there. That's Jiffy Pop popcorn, and it's hanging by its little wire handle. And you pull the paper top off of it so you see the spiraled aluminum foil, and then you put it
On the
over a
stove.
fire or on a range, and you shake it and you shake it and you shake it, and it begins popping, and that foil unwraps and becomes like a Turkish turban from the Ottoman Empire. It's fucking great. And that was the joke I made when we were watching. I said, "Oh, his popcorn's done," because he had a big turban on.
We have Sander here.
Hey, Sander. Oh man, right. Seriously, right when you get here, you're gonna waste it. Not gonna try to get it later. Oh. Sometimes you disappoint me, Sandra. I'm sorry. I say that as a friend that loves you. Is it in this room? I don't think it's in this room. Nope, it's not in here. Nope, there it is. I found it.
I've got 5 terrorists going southeast on Bakalakadaka Street.
No. Not that.
Bush. He's keeping score of the GP ball.
Great fucking shootout scene. Crazy fucking weapon handling here. Just not very good. Not very good weapons training for this film. The things guns doing this back and forth thing. Yeah, this isn't how C4 works. Just, I don't want to give you a lesson on how to do it, but they should have just had the microwave with the light on, because you can actually hit a button and turn on the microwave light, and him look in and have a timer on the plastic. That would have been funny, and would have been more believable. But as he runs out of the place, he runs past the kid, then he runs back and grabs the kid to save him, and the whole place gets destroyed. Oh man, hurt my stomach. Like such a whiny little bitch. You know, I will tell you one thing this movie is missing.
Pudding.
Woo!
This movie needed pudding. You know, by the way, I think all of us should eat pudding when we do that movie. Everybody should get like a snack pack, Del Monte or what have you, pudding, and eat that while we watch the movie. I think that'd be fun. And just for that scene.
Kick ass.
I like that movie. We should do that one too. Oh, right, fuck off. I'm sorry. That cat and her attitude.
Guys, I'm going to have to jet. You guys take it easy.
Oh, are you gonna Benny the jet?
No, it's not going to be anything that extravagant. No. But I am going to say thank you for having me as always, and I appreciate it.
Oh, you bet, man. You're part of this panel.
Thanks for joining.
You're on the thumbnail.
I see that. I appreciate it.
It was great having you for the whole show on Monday, bro.
Yeah, that was fun. It really was.
And do you want to add anything before you go about getting to talk with Dale?
Yeah, it's always great to talk to him. That was the second time I've been on with him, and he's so accessible, man. You know, you hear about.
I worked for him. I worked for him. I talked to them almost every day.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to do a film soon, and I don't want to bug him because I feel like, I probably should do that. I want to do Tropic Thunder. So what I'm going to do is just get notes from him.
Yeah.
On the film. Because I know a lot about it.
The thing about him is, man, you hear all these horror stories about all these people in Hollywood just being total, just
douche
in the air, not considering other people. And he's one of the good guys that doesn't shit on people. He actually wants to know their opinions and enjoys hanging out with folks, man. It's really a joy to hang out with him. He's really a nice
guy. I'm glad you had a good time, man. I'll do it again, but I'm probably going to wait a while, like a few months before I do it again, because I don't want to abuse that privilege with him.
No, you shouldn't. You shouldn't. But he's a wealth of information, let me tell you. I
have access to him, and so I'm going to ask him. I'm going to tell him, I said, look, I'm not going to bother you to come on the show, but we're going to be doing Tropic Thunder soon. And I want you to just give me certain things. Just tell me certain things that you would like to say. You can do it on video and I can transcribe, or I can just play the video, and I'll see what he thinks of that.
And then if he decides, if he says, I'll show up for you, then you just arrange it around his schedule.
Yeah. I'm so trepidatious about that because
I'm just saying, if he offers it, then you say, well, when can you do it? That kind of thing.
But I will tell you, I have talked to his son, Chris Dye, who's also gifted, works in film and in the music industry. And he's going to be joining us soon to talk about his new album he just released.
Yeah. I thought it was
It's,
funny that he kept bringing up the creative bone he's got, and I'm like, why would anybody think you don't have one? I mean, you've been in movies
people
for how
think you're
long?
military. They
Yeah.
don't think military. People think military people are structured and everything. It's like, no, we are structured. I'm very organized
Yeah,
in the
but
way I
that was
do
beaten
certain
into
things.
us.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
creative
my
heart is
dad,
something you can't
my
get
dad
beaten
beat
out
that
of you.
into me, and it got reinforced by the military because my
You
drill
know what I'm
sergeant said,
saying? You know,
he's like, "You already know how to do all of this shit." I said, "Yeah, because you guys don't compare to my dad." But anyway, get the fuck out of here, man. I'll see
yes,
you later,
sir.
buddy.
I'm
Thanks for
gone.
Have a
being
Be
here.
good
good,
show.
guys. See ya.
Bye.
Bye, buddy. So, all right, back to this. So I like this intimate scene where they go out to dinner, and then his other sister pops in drunk, playing a drunk from their class. It was great. She's the prettiest one of the siblings.
Yeah, but they look like each other. Her and Joan. They're clearly sisters. Like undeniable.
Well, Joan and John look a lot alike, and Joan,
Me too. But
Bill,
Anne too.
his brother Bill, looks a little bit like him. And by the way, Michael Cudlitz is in this. Very young Michael Cudlitz, who would later be the cigar chomping sergeant in Band of Brothers. He also would be seen later
Oh
as a
yeah, that's
soldier.
right.
What the
He's
hell?
the problematic drunk,
in
right?
a soldier in The Walking Dead. Really
Where's
good
Joe?
actor. What?
Where's Joe?
He
He
had to
left.
leave. He has a show.
He got
Oh.
tired of you not answering his questions.
Oh, well, I said that I was getting away from keyboard. It's not my
Oh,
fault if all of
No.
you
He has to go
Ignore
set up
me?
his own show. I know he usually stays longer, but apparently he has shit to do today. So
I know that I, Jefe, do not have your superior intellect and education. But could it be that once again, you are angry at something else and are looking to take it out on me?
I
well,
love that.
I don't
too.
know if you have addressed it with, but hello, Tom. And
Hi,
yeah,
Tom.
I
Hi,
never
Tom.
knew about this movie until Gary talked. We were talking about movies one day, and he casually mentioned it, and we were doing it. And I watched it this week, and man, did I like it!
Well, Gambit
This
suggested
scene-
it a while ago.
This
Tropic Thunder.
bathroom scene, yes, he did. This scene is so fucking funny to me because, unbeknownst to Cusack's character, Dan Aykroyd is in that toilet stall, and these feds, he's fucking with the feds, and then when he leaves, Dan Aykroyd comes in, cover almost blown, and he goes, "Wait, he's coming back," and he goes back into the stall, and he's not coming back. It's just them fucking with Dan Aykroyd because they're
These
not.
feds are
He's
so bad.
yeah. These
They're not
guys
good at their job.
don't work for him. They're working with him, and basically they're waiting for John to kill this guy so they can kill him and come out the heroes.
They have to wait for him to take illegal action. They can't do anything.
He has to
before that.
commit a
They're
federal
just
crime
shadowing him.
for them
Yeah.
to. Yeah, exactly.
And they're so
So
bad at it.
I enjoy this scene so fucking much. And I
Yeah.
like the fact that, the black guy is like going, "She's so nice. The way she smells." It's like, this guy's so fucking funny, this black dude. I don't know who he is. I've never seen him in anything else. But his name is K. Todd Freeman, and he's just so fucking funny in this. And of course, everybody knows Hank Azaria is the other Fed.
Yeah.
And, I used to like Hank Azaria, but then I felt he was kind of a pussy about a couple of things, the end of his marriage with Helen Hunt, and then the way he acted with, I just forgot, Apu, that he was not going to do the voice anymore. He felt that people had complained, and it's like, no, like, very small number. A lot of Indians like that character. Like,
Well,
why don't you just do like other shows and have somebody come in that can imitate your voice who is Indian? Don't
Well,
fucking be a pussy like that. Oh
the
my
thing
God.
is, they even made a documentary shitting on him. So I understand him fearing for his career, but he should have. I don't know.
Well, he wasn't going to get fired, for God's sakes. He was not going to get fired for that. That was just bullshit. By the way, I love this line. You're still in the penalty box. And he goes, right.
I'm
'Cause
going to steal that.
because that is such a great line that she says in this film of like, I've not taken you back. Don't even entertain that idea yet. You're still in the penalty box for what you did. And then she gets panicky on the night of the class reunion and he's late.
Oh, well,
calls him.
flashback, hello. By the way, Freeman was in a lot of things. A lot of Broadway, but also in film and TV series. He did stuff.
I don't know him from anything else. It's like, and he looks like one of those actors I would really enjoy to see. So let me see. What's it you seen?
It looks like it's minor roles all the time.
He was in that terrible Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles came out in 2014. He was in Cider House Rules. I've seen him in that. Oh shit, he was Dutton in Eraser. I didn't even recognize him, dude.
Who?
This actor, K. Todd Freeman, the black guy. He was in Eraser. He played Dutton with Schwarzenegger. That's one of those films that like it's a guilty pleasure because it's so bad that I like it. It's fun, damn it. Let me see some other stuff he's been on. Oh, he's on a Rehearsal. I've watched almost every episode of that. A couple of them annoyed me, so I stopped watching. Looking
He
to
did
see
5 episodes in Buffy. I don't remember him from that at all.
I don't either because I didn't watch it.
I did twice, I think.
Yeah, he had a lot of bit parts.
Yeah.
He was in an episode apparently of Elementary, and I watched every episode of that, despite being frustrated with it. Good grief.
So yeah, he did stuff, but minor parts, it looks like.
Yeah, no major roles. All right. But they say there's no such thing as small parts, only small actors.
Son of a gun, Gary. Don't be like that.
Okay, this is one of the running gags that I like too. That every opportunity he has to open that folder to see who his target is, he decides not to. Which makes I consider the best twist of this movie is at the end when he goes, son of a bitch, the fucking luck.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
for a very long time during the movie, I thought she was going to be the target because
that's what I thought. Yeah.
They
First time
said
I watched
it's a witness, and she says to him, "I record everything." So I thought, oh, she must be the witness. But no.
Yeah, I think those are intentional hints to make us think that. Because I thought the same thing. I thought she was going to end up being his target. But you meet that dad in that one scene where he goes in to greet him. It's actually coming up.
Yeah.
And she's getting ready. And by the way, it still bugs me.
And the dad paints a picture that he has of him, and Cusack says, yeah, well, I sure hope I did not turn out that way. I'm not like that.
Yeah, he's like, I'm talking like I did a lot of jobs, corporations, government, 6 figures. Because I went that way. And he goes,
however,
oh.
I like how the dad was oblivious to him. And like he really doesn't pay attention to his answers. But I feel that it was lacking in that conversation a line saying something like, "Don't you break her heart again."
Yeah, well, obviously he stood her up for prom night, so Dad would remember that 10 years later.
Okay, I love this fucking scene in the bedroom. It's so fucking cute. She is so adorable in this scene. And you just want to jump on that bed with her and do airplanes with her, picking her up with your feet.
Speak for yourself.
She's just fighting herself not to
Yeah, I
take
speak as myself as somebody who scooped you up and frightened you when I picked you up. Just scooped you up into my arms. Remember that.
You didn't frighten me, you just surprised me, because that came out of nowhere.
That's a form of fright, being shocked.
No,
I didn't say you were scared.
I'll never be scared of you.
Is that the same bed? He's this same bed, emphasizing the words. And she smiles. I like that.
Gary, stop the
Hi,
show.
Penny.
I need to address this. There's a sublimation in the chat.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
The
There you
betrayal,
go.
Tom. The betrayal. Oh my God.
Et tu, Brute? Et tu?
Even with backdoor stuff.
Without the backdoor stuff, so you're not going to be fun anyway. So screw
But
that.
you cannot use the Bakalakadaka Street. That is ours.
No, no, that is ours.
Neither the beaver. Beaver is ours.
Oh, he can have the beaver. I'm fine with that.
I don't know.
Give him time to-
Let's ask Brian what he thinks.
That's it. Show's over.
I wish that I would have an ego. I wish. I do not have one. Why? Wait,
sorry.
why did it get mixed up with that bitch? Because she got a great ass, and you got your head all the way up in.
What's he talking about?
It's a quote. I don't know. Is it in the movie? I don't remember that.
No,
No,
this,
I don't.
it's not in this one.
You got to wait until the bad guy kills the good guy. So just to clarify. Yes.
They are just idiots.
Yep.
Oh, from Heat, says Bush.
I haven't seen that one.
I like that movie, Heat. I do. We need to do that film. I wrote a scene into The Darker, that script that Tom Conkle likes and would like to do. There's a scene in there that's taken right from Heat. This is hilarious. He sees him come in and he pulls out his pistol and jacks a round into it, which is funny because usually guys like that, they already have a round in the chamber. So he's covering it with a napkin while he comes walking with a fucking paper bag over his hand. Like
that already has a bullet hole in it, meaning he's used it on a previous job.
It's so fucking goofy and it's funny. And he goes, let's get above the table, above the table, above the table. And she's wrong. An omelet is exactly what that is. A plain omelet is just.
I know. Dude, I've been in arguments with American people who say, like, no, that's not an omelet. I'm like, dude, that's the classic French definition of an omelet. You guys Americanized it with all the fillings you put into it. But the classic
Well, what we
omelet
do is
plain.
we created, and I won't say we created, Texicans and Mexicans created the Southwestern omelet. And that's what's famous in this country is the Southwestern.
Wait. Here's the kicker. I know it's not a copy. It's an example of parallel evolution. This time in food. That omelette that you're talking about is exactly a Spanish tortilla. It's the same thing.
Yeah,
Really?
I just can't help but start a discussion with people going, that's not an omelet, that's scrambled eggs. No, it's not. It's not scrambled, it's folded for once. And then it's the classic French omelet. So fuck off with your scrambled eggs.
So humanity was destined to do the Spanish tortilla.
It was back in the 90s, and it apparently came to our theater and left. I didn't even hear about it. I didn't find out about the movie until I wandered into our local. I lived in Savoy, Illinois at the time, and right outside Champaign-Urbana. And I worked in Champaign. And the film had a huge cardboard poster stand up when you walked into the family video. And I looked at it and went, oh, well, that looks good. And it's where because I already had a Mini Driver thing because of the movie Circle of Friends with Chris O'Donnell, because I love that fucking movie. And what's his name? The Scottish guy that played one of the mutants with the tail and could poof. Banff is the word. Banff.
No idea.
Nightcrawler. He played Nightcrawler.
Oh. Ah. Oh, well.
I'm just gonna look up Caps.
Go.
No,
Let me
no.
let me have a fight with Bush. Ah.
Are you?
So if we're wrong, prove it. Well, no. Educate us. Explain in the chat, please, because
He probably means that with a French omelet, you do kind of scramble a little bit at the beginning, but then you start folding. At least that's how I was taught by a trained chef. So I don't know.
Alan Cummins says, "Read by nature."
Thank you, because I just found you guys are like I can actually look as fast as no, that's not what his fucking name is. You Bush.
Oh, Bush. Bad
Yeah,
Bush.
Alan Cumming, and it is odd that he spells it with a U, but yes, that's who I was talking about. He's in it. Chris O'Donnell and Minnie Driver. It's a really good film. And I developed a thing for her in the 90s. Like, God damn, she's gorgeous.
Dude, I saw her for the first time in that movie she made with David Duchovny. Oh my God.
Oh yeah, when his wife died.
Yeah, and she received her heart, and
then they fell in love.
Yeah.
And I love that movie. I love that movie. I'm not really big on look, I've got to tell you, I want you to give me the best explanation of what makes you gay, Bush. Oh, there we go. Thank you.
I just said that. Yeah, you do scramble it a little bit.
Yeah, that is
scrambled
exactly
eggs,
what
the
you
final
said.
product,
That is,
so,
yeah, that's exactly what she said.
I know what a French omelet is. I just get upset when people say that's not an omelet, that's scrambled eggs. I'm sorry. I like cooking too much to let that go.
Yeah, I like when I make my omelets, I make them with onion and red and green or yellow bell peppers. And then I like salsa with it. And that's how I've always eaten my omelets, but that's the Southwestern style. And I learned that in the fucking army. I'd never eaten a Spanish omelet until I was in the army.
It's really popular in Croatia too. It's on almost every menu, filled omelet. But they call it that. It's veggie omelet or omelet with ham and cheese, stuff like that. They don't just call it omelet. Omelet is plain. Anyway, back to the movie.
I don't care too much about a lot of his fucking activism, but I do fucking love him as an actor. I love Alan Cumming. He's funny and shit.
We just missed the funny scene where he gets his therapy session through the telephone when he's about to go to a reunion and he tells him to breathe and shit. Because he just wants to get off the phone and eat his food.
He wants, yeah.
When he purposely destroyed his practice in front of his patient. No, I am fighting you. You're not helping me.
That's later. That's later, Martin.
That's later after she rejects him. And that's great. Because he's just smashing it in front of this patient, and the patient's like trying to talk to him, and he's not listening.
He's trying to destroy the phone. He's leaving him a message.
Oh, here it is. Here it is. My dad's down the hall. He's dying to say hi to you.
Yeah, and then she says she's going to put the flowers in rubbing alcohol. And I'm like, what?
Killed him.
Why? Yeah.
He's being shitty to him.
Yeah, I know.
I like the way he doesn't go close. He always keeps his distance when he shakes people's hands. It's fucking funny.
Comes with the job, I guess.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was. I thought he was great as the Russian coder. He's a lot of fun, man.
I really love that
movie.
That's one of my favorite Bond movies. Boris is a great character.
Well, it is the best Bond film with Pierce Brosnan. Some movies get released without being noticed. And that's kind of what happened with this movie, I think. I think it would have done better financially if they had actually marketed it. And because I was already a John Cusack fan.
I really like him as an actor.
Yeah, he's half listening to him.
And knowing that he's a martial artist and
good
able
growth,
to do his own
good
fights,
growth,
it's just
good
great.
growth, good growth industry. I love that compliment that he throws at blank. And if you don't know who that is, that actor is Mitchell Ryan. We lost him 3 years ago.
Oh.
And he was acting all the way up to the end. Some people will remember him from Star Trek Next Generation, because I always remember his appearance on Next Generation. But this, can you add that, Martin? Anima, anybody?
Shit. Yeah, wait.
I'm not.
Now.
That was a team effort.
There you go. This is Mitchell Ryan. My favorite movie with him is when he ends up being the bad guy. He's not always, but by the end of the film, he becomes the villain at the end of a Chuck Heston film that I really liked. It's one version of the movie he did. Also, he's in Lethal Weapon. He was the villain in that, the general. And he's such a good fucking actor. And he's also really proficient at playing assholes. Trying to find it. There's this film he did way back around 73. I do believe. Let me scroll. Keep scrolling. God, he's got a lot. Uncommon Valor. He's in that one.
We did that. I don't remember him in there.
Different movie. It was a different movie, not similar.
Okay.
He was in Midway. I like that movie, and I think we did that one year.
We did, yeah.
Let's see. Where is that movie? God, my God, that movie is so fucking. Oh,
Magnum
God,
Force.
that's right. He was in Magnum Force. He was in the Freds of Eddie Coyle. Fucking love that movie. I loved the movie Electric Light and Blue. What a dark ending. One of my favorite endings, High Plains Drifter. Oh my God, we're getting into some movies here now. I didn't like that show. I liked Chandler. It was pretty good. Hunting Party, really good. There it is. This movie right here. Monty Walsh with Lee Marvin. I said Chuck Heston with Lee Marvin. Lee Marvin, I love this fucking movie. There's a remake of it with Tom Selleck that's pretty good. It's pretty damn good. Anima enjoyed the ending to that. And this one has a more somber ending. But he is.
Which one are you talking about?
This movie right here that's on screen, Monty Walsh. I showed you a little bit, not the whole movie. I showed you a little bit of the movie.
Yeah, that's usually what I don't remember, when you only show me little snippets until I see them again.
But the final shootout is between Lee Marvin and Mitchell Ryan and Shorty. And it's because of something that he did that got somebody else killed that makes him the villain. I don't want to say who it was or what happened. And
we need to get back to our movie anyway. We have half an hour.
Look, I'm giving a history. This is my job, doing this. So, yeah, I take great umbrage with that. Part of what I fucking do is this. I finished one tea. Out of my second. I made this tea myself with my own urine.
You have to be so fucking gross.
Well, look at that beautiful amber color.
Well, if your pee is that color, you should drink more.
This scene's great. Again, more improvisation here. I like Runaway Jury too. Gene Hackman's in that. Good film, Tom. Good throw out on that. Yeah, High Plains Drifter, great fucking movie. I saw the making of one 2 weeks ago, and I was utterly grossed out by that.
That's a little bit too underdone. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you were there with me when I watched it. It's like, no. I stopped the video. I don't want to watch
once in a while. Yeah, no.
And the Japanese like fucking swallowing slimy crap. I just don't understand that.
I like my yolk runny, but the white has to be set. So an omelet can't be runny because that means the white isn't set yet, and that makes me gag.
I thought he was in that episode. That whole episode. Huh, snort. Okay, thanks a lot, man. Gambit likes
your sense of humor. What sense of humor? He's an asshole.
I'm an asshole, but I'm an asshole that goes in a specific direction.
Yeah, into the back door.
Yeah, you don't get a video for that.
I know.
Damn, Anima.
You're welcome.
This is what you get. Backdoor Beaver.
Fuck off.
That's what you get every time. By the way, anybody recognize this crazy bitch?
Yeah, Jenna Elfman.
Jenna Elfman. That's right. Crazy fucking accident. And she's just like, I think she's high on drugs. It's fucking funny scene.
That's a crazy character.
I like Jenna Elfman as an actor. I just don't like her as a person because of what I've heard about her from people who've met her, that are people I know. They said, yeah, there's a rule. You never invite her to a party. Because all she's going to do is try to recruit them into Scientology. He is the niece through marriage of Danny Elfman.
By the way, I'm sending Bush an invitation. Bush, be ready on your ex. We're going to solve this omelette thing once and for all.
The what thing?
The omelette thing.
The omelette thing. Yeah, but
oh, omelette. Okay.
Yeah. There you go, Bush. Come in here and defend yourself.
I don't think he has to defend himself. I think that he had some valid points. The fact is, he was right, at least on what I read. NHS, man. I never got put into that. What I ended up finding out later is that I was bored in school, and I didn't do well in high school and public school because I had learning disabilities. But I get into college, and I fucking make the president's list and the dean's list at the two universities I was at. And it's like, well, that meant my high school did something wrong. And do you know what that was, Martin? Anima?
Wait.
Hold on. No, I'm talking right now. I asked the question.
No. The fuck?
Never mind. Fuck it. Go on with what you're doing.
I don't know the answer that you want anyway.
I'm answering your question. No, I don't know what your high school did wrong.
By the interruption, I lost my train of thought and I forgot what the fuck I was doing and talking about with the NHS.
I'm sure chat can help out. Chat can help. Chat is very helpful.
How you didn't make any lists in high school, but then you did in university.
I made president's list and dean's list, and I asked, "How did that happen?" Is what I asked you guys. Do you have any idea?
No.
You blew the principal.
Okay. No, because there is no principal in college.
Dean. You blew the dean.
Nobody knows the dean, except for Dean Martin. No, they left me the fuck alone. All the way through high school, when I would do things to help relax me in class, they would always make me pay attention, which is when you've got ADHD mixed with OCD is just no way to fucking learn.
Well, I have that too, so I have to interrupt you, and I have to say, what I used to do to relax myself got me kicked out of class.
Yeah, you jerked off in the middle of class, you nasty motherfucker.
Good, you got the joke. Christ. Hey, look at that. He got the joke.
We went over one of the cutest scenes here when she makes him hold the baby and he's so uncomfortable, and then he just stares the baby
there
in
he
the
is.
eyes and they start interacting. I love that.
No, Anima.
it's-
I had a friend that was like that. It's through. I knew these guys through high school, and they went to different colleges, and then after college, we kind of met back up again, and some of them had babies, and he wasn't autistic, but he was definitely OCD and like borderline autistic. And my friend Matt's wife hands him the baby, and he has the baby outstretched as far as his arms can go. He's like, I don't want to hold the baby. I don't want to. Oh, just hold the baby. Just hold the baby. And he goes, okay, because he's kind of borderline, and he just says yes and holds the baby as far away from him as possible until someone else comes over there. Is like, what are you doing? And he's like, I don't know.
That's funny. Yeah, it's like some people aren't comfortable with babies, but Gambit says, "Yay, Boosh is entering the podcast." Also, I paused it for a fucking reason. I wanted to point out there he is. That's Michael Cudlitz. You know him from Band of Brothers as well as The Walking Dead.
And he's a drunk in this, causing problems.
Well, at the party, at the prom, he's drunk. But he's a guy that's, thinks there's some sort of grudge between him and Blank. And I love Blank just talks to him. Man, this doesn't exist. We're just here, man. What are you going to do about that? What are you going to do? And he pulls out a fucking poem to read him. It's terrible.
Well, the fact is, he's already drunk when he arrives at the party. And then he reads
he
the
arrives
poem,
drunk.
and it's so bad.
Can I ask a question? Is this the one where Cusack is supposed to be a hitman?
He is the hitman.
He is a hitman.
Oh, he is
an
the
assassin. He's an assassin.
But there's another one where he's not part of the mob, but his girlfriend is.
He's not part of the mob here. He works for the CIA.
Yeah, he does contract work for.
They hired him
corporations.
out of the military.
Okay. There's
private
another film.
individuals.
Go ahead, man.
Yes,
sorry.
The Lord of War, whatever that movie is, and I don't like that movie.
No. I like Lord of War. This is around the same era of this movie, where he is dating a chick that I think is connected to the mob, and has to kind of pretend that he is like down with the mafia. Cusack's character.
I don't recognize.
Is that not this movie?
No.
You need to stop watching movies while you're drunk, Bush. You're mixing
It was
all
like
up.
25 fucking years ago. Shut up, Anima.
Yeah, Anima, shut up.
Dude, I'm the bossette here. You don't get to tell me to shut up.
Oh my god. That's
You
funny.
shut the fuck up, Bush.
No, that's her. That's her. This is the movie. Oh, it's like a dark comedy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And
yeah.
By the way, my least favorite version of this song by Pete Townsend is the slow version of Let My Love Open a Door. That song always needs to be faster tempo. What a great fucking song. One of my personal favorite songs from my teens. And it's an important song. It's part of my, what I refer to as music from my room collection. And that one just really hit me. But this scene is so good, and I really love this. Now, the film I'm talking about is actually called War Inc. That came out in 2008, and it stars John Cusack as he's playing another assassin, and his assistant is played again by Joan Cusack, and this time Dan Aykroyd, who dies in this fucking movie, sorry I spoiled the ending, guys, plays Mr. Vice President.
Yeah, 20 years ago. Yeah, I remember that one. They have a very, very weird relationship in that film. Joan Cusack and John Cusack could be married. It's very awkward because I don't like the film at all. I don't like the fact that, look, war is not funny. But you can do things to make comedy, like Wag the Dog did. I like that comedy. That's making fun of politics and television. In the Army Now.
In the Army Now is where that's when it becomes soldier perspective stuff.
And also parody. I like real world comedies too.
I have a script called Back to Basic that it's basically Stripes if Stripes was done realistically. And I don't echo anything from the movie.
Well, so I have a question for
but
you.
I echo things from my own life and from the guys I knew. What?
Do you think the Adventures of Baron Munchausen was funny, even though there is a real serious war that happened during that time, and they're depicting?
No, they're traveling through them. It's like no, I.
Okay.
First of all, I'm going to tell you something. I didn't laugh at one thing in that movie, but I love it, and I find it amusing.
Stupid.
No, I find things amusing in my head, and people will like go. They'll think I'm not enjoying it, and I'm inside. I'm finding it very funny, but I don't always laugh out loud at things that I find amusing.
Sir, I can correct you right. I have to interrupt you right there because I've got ADD too, and I got to say this because I was there in the live stream with you when what's his name, Berthold and the Baron are in that little trap on the moon, and he goes, "Oh, I'm Baron Munchausen. You're Berthold," and he goes, "Baron Munchausen? Is it contagious? Sounds nasty." You fucking laugh.
Oh, I chuckled at that. Yeah.
Can I just say something?
But when I
about
was
the war
watching
in
the
this
film, I
movie?
didn't.
The war in this movie is not much more than a tool to prove at the end that it was real. Because they solved the war and all the crazy shit they go through, and then they're back on that stage and they go out there and the war's finished.
It's all in the girl's head, Anima. That's my take.
No.
Okay, this is one of my favorite moments right here, where Benny the Jet fucking walks up and looks down and sees the name and says the name. And she goes, "Boy, you've changed."
You
And
sure
then she
did.
goes-
Yes.
And then
yes,
she like gives him the look and she goes, "You save a dance for me later." That fucking slayed me.
I mean, that's the most miserable job you can have at a party like that.
As a
Sit on the
greeter,
end
yeah.
and
Well, no,
hand
see,
out
that's-
name tags.
Oh
Yeah.
shit!
That's
Okay,
the
hold
joke,
on.
Anima, is that they're supposed to be able to recognize because she's part of the class, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they eventually get to go out and enjoy themselves. But at this point in time, and they usually do it in groups where one does it for a while and other doesn't for it. So let me tell you. Okay, I was trying to say this earlier and got interrupted, and I want to come back to this story because it's fucking funny. So we hit our 20th anniversary for my class, right? The class of '82. Okay, and Peabody, God rest his soul, a dear friend of mine since we were in the fourth grade, he died a few years later from complications from diabetes. But at this point, he was the guy in charge of our class reunion. And he came to me to help with some stuff. So I helped him design some pamphlets, did some graphic art for him, designed a website for him. And it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun doing that. But then he's like, "Are you going to come? We want you there." He says, "If need be, we'll pay all the work you've done. We'll pay to bring you here." I went, "I'm not going there now." He goes, "Why?" And I said, "Because that state is too small for me and my ex-wife. I will never go back there until I die or until she does." And then so he wanted to have a tribute to me. So they had this little round table that everybody had to walk. And on this table, it had all the material that I designed for the thing. Then it threw up some photos of me and a bunch of people that I knew from high school were like, "Oh, look, Gary died." They thought it was a memorial table. And people were like looking for me on Facebook because they thought I died. I should have never answered them and just left them wondering.
You should have.
No, that would have been that would have been beyond the level of Gary being a dick.
No, that would have been
Well, I will
exactly
say,
his level of being a dick.
All right, I'll
Jim
be
was
right
there.
back. If you could just put me back on the stream, I got a really bad delay.
Okay, so Jim Woodward went there and he saw that and he laughed because somebody said it was a memorial and it's like, "No, he's still alive." It's like, "Yeah, we talk all the time." I love that shit. This scene's great because who hasn't wandered through their fucking old school hall as an adult? And it's so fucking weird because I used to have nightmares about being back in that school.
Sorry.
No worries.
Yeah, I
Mickey
got
Blue
invited
Eyes.
to a bunch of my high school reunions, and I talked to friends of mine who I was still friends with outside of school, and they're like, "Are you going?" And I went, "Absolutely not." And they, well, do you think I should go? And I went, "If you want to." "But are you going?" "No, absolutely not." "What? Why?" And a couple of our friends, like there was a whole group of us that were friends throughout those 4 years, and then in college, and a couple of them went, and the only report that I got back from anyone was so and so still a dickhead, so and so is still a whore, and then like the 10-year reunion, everyone got fat. And I'm like, so like who like why would I go? Like to meet a bunch of people who didn't like us to begin with. Like let us get together, and then we did at FSU, and go hang out together instead of going to this stupid reunion where there's a bunch of people
Yeah,
that
I
we
would
don't
much
like.
rather do that. Yeah, I'd much rather do that. I went to Patty's class reunion, and God, that was fucking weird. I was her date, and it's just fucking weird. But I laughed when I saw Stephen Virginia Johnson, who I talked about earlier, Anima, the one that was in the stocks with me at Williamsburg. He and his wife were there, and at first I was wondering why the fuck are they there? And then he put his hat back on, and on his head he had one of those cards that read "press" on it as a joke. He was there for the newspaper, and
That's funny
so
though.
he and his wife went to Patty's class reunion because there are a lot of people there. My buddy
Best
John
scene
Russell was
coming
there.
up, by the way.
My buddy John Russell, who named a character after, he was there because his wife was in Patty's class. And I love that because it brought John and me back together again as friends. I hadn't seen him since high school. And because of her class reunion, I hooked up with my old friends to fucking hang out and talk. Oh, John's in the fucking chat. It's going to be as interesting as one of his video games.
He's been here. We've said hello to him. Where were you?
Really? I didn't notice.
Jackass.
Love you, John. I'm teasing, buddy.
So I got back in touch with someone I hadn't been in touch with from high school for a while, and the whole thing, like, went back to the 20-year reunion several years ago, and like this person died and this person died, and I'm going, I barely remember these people. Rory was one of them. Sean was another one. Like I barely remember them, but these people are my age and they're just dropping dead. That started like freaking me out, and then I started remembering like, oh, they were like, their parents were the hardcore left ones.
I was more popular in my reunion than I ever was in high school. Well, that's funny because let's bring up like on Facebook the same thing. All these people I didn't even know knew me. I knew them, but I didn't know they knew me. I just assumed everybody didn't like me and didn't know me.
Yeah, always say, same. Sorry, Gary, to interrupt, but absolutely same thing. I thought everyone hated me, but like, people were asking others how I was doing, and I hadn't thought about these people in decades.
I get you. I get you. And that came up the other day with Zach's because he invited me on his show, and I said, well, I just assume that none of them are friends that hang out with me except for Nadia. I said, I assume the rest of them just don't like me. And Zach's just like, no, it's the opposite. They love it when you come on. I went, oh, I didn't know that. I just assume people don't like me because I'm an asshole. And it's just safe to assume. I didn't think Anima would fall in love with me. I'm like, are you kidding me? Really? God damn, man. I'm so lucky.
Yeah, what are you, fucking massive hog, I guess.
Yeah. No. Pretty normal. I suffer the Irish. I suffer the Irish curse.
That, yeah, Irish
curse. Don't jump on my fucking jokes, man. Fuck you. Irish curse.
Yeah, what's my last name? All right, shut up.
It's Bush, I guess. I don't know. So anyway, we're gonna watch this clip for Anima. She loves this scene. This is when John Cusack visits his locker, finds an old joint, and when he closes the locker, fucking Benny the Jet shows up and the fight begins. And John and he did their own fight stunts here and choreographed this scene. And Benny is John Cusack's teacher, been his teacher since '87. And yes, he's actually very good martial artist. There are a
The
lot
only
of actors
thing,
out there that are martial artists, and people don't know.
the only thing that is not believable in this whole scene is that the joint hasn't been found for 10 fucking years. I don't buy that.
Well, it was somehow in something that nobody thought to look up. It's a thing that it's a joke that was said about people back in the '60s. Nobody ever looks up, and that's an old saying. So here we go. I'm going to play this now.
Yes.
I've got the PCM logo over it, hoping this doesn't get claimed, and if it does, I'll have to clip it out later. And I'll leave John's comment up, so because it won't hurt it if it gets clipped out.
He's such an ass. Look at them. This fight is so great.
You can, well, no, Anima. There's some really bad choreography, but there's also some really good shots.
Well, what I like about this is the fact that it's sloppy, because real fights are sloppy.
Exactly.
And I like
so
that.
often in movies,
Benny
fights
the
look
Jet
too
is
perfect and too
so
choreographed.
fast.
They are
Okay,
great.
no,
Benny the Jet is so fucking okay. I give up.
So you see when he sweeps the legs, the guy's leg hits the back of Cusack's calves, and then like half a second later, he trips and falls down. It's way more instant than that in a real fight. I understand it's Hollywood stuff, but this is
Well,
much
one,
better.
he's tall.
The close up combat is so much better.
Killed with a ball pin given to him by somebody at the dance. And she's coming up to tell him, I love you. And he's like, this is not me. This is not me. This is not. And that's it. She runs away. And then his buddy, Jeremy Piven, pops in and fucking wants to save the day. So
Immediately helps him get rid of the body. But yeah, I like fights like that. They look real. Like these two are going at each other.
There are just a few points in that take me out of it, but the rest of it's great. All right, there's a Gary. I know you can see that. Oh, there's two animas on the screen. I guess anima number one. You're Gary now. You can see the shadow punches are way too. Like, it's bad. Like when Cusack is throwing a punch at him, but they're showing it from an angle that's behind the guy getting hit. That punch is like 3 feet away. It's bad.
Oh, that's cool, KJ. Nice to see you. By the way,
Is
we
that
had
your
somebody
name?
that nobody said hello to my knowledge, is RJ Godzilla 81. So hello, RJ.
I did.
Hi, RJ.
I don't know. There's so much talking over in this. It's just, I don't know if anybody hears anything.
I hear what you're saying.
I hear what you're saying. I love you too.
I love you, man.
I don't know. Just watching that scene, analyzing that scene, there were some bad points, but a lot of good points.
What I liked is that they went at it like it was structured like a real fight might be, which is just sloppy. You know, you don't know where that guy's going to move. You're trying to look for something, look for that advantage. I like that when he kicked him, he doesn't look like he's somebody, because one, he's falling on an actual hard floor. There's no padding there.
Right.
So he takes the fall a certain way to make it look like he stumbled backwards, which I got that. I like that. I like that they're grabbing banners off the wall and off the ceiling to hide this fucking body and to wipe up all the blood.
In this fight, it seems much more like, oh shit, like it's random hits. It's not a choreographed fight like you would see in that.
Yeah, it's not pretty. It's not smooth.
Yeah, exactly.
It's rough,
very sloppy. Very sloppy.
clunky, and that's why I like that scene so much. And I love Benny the Jet. I will watch him fight all day long. This is one of my favorite things about this movie too, is that here's this guy. He's been away for 10 fucking years from his best friend. and his best friend is there for him to help hide a fucking body and dispose of it. That's friendship right there, my friend. And I have friends just like that. One of them, Jim Woodward. The other one, Mike Beatty.
Yeah, he's just
Anyway.
like, okay, I guess what he told me in the car was true. I shouldn't have laughed at that. Oh shit, we need to do this job before anyone notices. Can you please change your avatar?
It won't let me.
Gary?
It won't let me.
What?
Yeah, it won't let me.
Ah,
Oh, somebody wants some music. Oh, listen to that. It's really nice when somebody does something funny. And they want when they want music. I like that. Yeah, that's so cool. Oh, switching studios. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. Where's it at? There it is.
I'm so lonely, so lonely, so lonely inside real alone.
There you go, buddy. So they go walking back, and he just really not saying much of anything as they go back. They go out to the bar, get something to drink, grab some ice for his cheek. And I love how Jeremy Piven turns to him, says his name again, like in the car. He is, and what's your name? You know, like, what do you do?
But
then he starts asking, what?
He's not one of the people that went to high school there, right? He's just there for the hit.
yeah.
No, he's a classmate.
Oh, he is
absolutely.
Okay.
Yes, he 10 years before. To explain again the premise of this to you, Bush, the whole thing is he's a hitman. He left home over shit with his dad, joined the military, took a test, and found out that he had flexible morals. So they put him in a special program, and he ended up being linked out to the CIA, eventually worked for the CIA, and then went out on his own, but still gets contracted by the CIA and other countries and organizations. And he is an assassin. And he, during one of his hits, his secretary tells him, "You have a class reunion." And he goes, "Oh, I'm not going to throw that away." But he ends up going, and he has to see his therapist because he has fucking issues, real serious issues. And he goes back home, and he finds out that the house he grew up in has been torn down and turned into a convenience store.
I
and
remember
he's losing his.
I remember that part.
He's losing his fucking mind over it. It's so fucking great. And he's trying to get this therapist to work with him, but the therapist doesn't want to help him because he knows he's an assassin. And it makes him uncomfortable to work with him, but he keeps forcing him to do it. And so now, finally, he gets to the dance, and he's got the girl, and it looks like they're going to move forward. And the fucking Benny the Jet, the ghoul that he called him earlier, shows up. They get into a fight, and he kills him with the ballpoint pen, and she sees it, and then his best friend sees it and helps him, and it's just, that's where you're at now.
Yeah,
he ran off.
Piven is his best friend, but he hasn't seen him in forever, right?
10 years.
10 years.
Okay. 10 years. Decades,
forever. I love the premise of this. And what's funny is the guy that wrote it said that he suspected one of the guys he went to high school with that was at their class reunion was a hitman. And that's what inspired this.
That's where I was trying to think of making the connection. Like I said, I saw this once with my brother when we were really hammered, and we thought it was great. But he was going there to kill someone, is what I thought. But no, that's
He is. He has a job in the city, but at the same time, it's a class reunion.
This is the irony. One of the biggest moments of irony. One of the biggest moments of irony. One of the biggest moments of irony in his film is that he doesn't want to go to his class reunion, but now he has to as a cover for the fact that he has somebody he has to kill. And yet, during the whole time he's there, he's dealing with all these complex personal issues. He hasn't even opened the envelope until right here in this moment. We're now in the third act.
It's been like 20 years since I've seen this, and I saw it drunk with my brother, and I'm still getting the plot points correct, and you're telling me I'm wrong.
Well, you're kind of in the ballpark, but he doesn't work for the mob.
No, that was a different movie. That's a different movie.
Yeah. So he's sitting there, and he finally opens his Target package, and he's like, the fucking luck, you know, when he sees who it is. It's just one of those great moments in the film. Like, you know, it's like, you got to be fucking kidding me. No fucking way I got to kill this person. We all thought when we saw it the first time, he's got to kill the girl.
Or his best friend.
Or his best friend, but I really thought it was her because of all the things working at the radio.
I thought she was the target too.
Yeah, she worked at the radio, records conversations, and I just thought she talked to the wrong person and recorded the conversation. And he's trying to explain it. I like when she says, "You don't get it. You don't get me." I love that line. She regrets it later. Yeah.
Guys, I need to go. So you're on your own,
All right,
bitches.
All right, bye.
Yeah.
Bye, buddy.
Bush,
Okay,
Bush, a
bye,
pleasure
Mark.
to have you here.
No.
Bye, guys.
Adios,
Martin.
amigo.
Alan Arkin is one of my favorite actors of all time, RJ. I
He's
like
great in everything. I can't think of a single role where Alan Arkin was bad.
Well, he botches both assassinations, and he blames it on the fact that he was paid to kill one guy, but there's two guys, so you get a bonus for that, and he allows the target that he was supposed to protect to get killed. That's
is she the target for the other assassins?
No.
Well, that's what. No, the other assassins aren't assassins. They're FBI or NSA. And they're there to wait for him to kill somebody so they can kill him. And not only do they look like hero, not only do they look like. Hold on. I'm explaining. Not only will that make them look good to their bosses in the government, they also get paid under the table by the bad guys, whoever they are, what organization that is, that wants him dead. Which I think is just simply Dan Aykroyd's character.
So who was the guy in the hallway in the lockers?
That was one of the hitmen that was sent to kill him.
So
there was a contract put out
the
on
hitman.
him.
But so is that hitman that got ballpoint pinned in the hallway a member of the NSA?
No, the other two guys in suits driving around together.
Okay, so who was the guy that got ballpoint pinned?
Benny the Jet.
Right.
He was. They called him the Ghoul, and then you've got.
He's an assassin.
You've got K. Todd Freeman, who plays Kenneth McCullers, and you've got Hank Azaria that plays Steve Lardner, and the two of them are government agents sent there to kill him by the bad guys, and they know that the government didn't send them there. They were sent there for a private contract, but they know they're going to look good to their bosses if they get him.
All right,
so
let's
they get paid. Blah, blah, blah.
Who's Benny the Jet?
I just said he's just an assassin that was hired to kill him by
Benny
whoever's trying to
the
kill
Jet
him.
is not CIA or NSA.
No, he's just some ghoul killer.
Okay.
Anyway, so all right, start the movie back up here. So now she has seen what he does, and he's like, "That is not me. I've changed. I'm not that person anymore. I care about things. I want that life now."
He wants out.
And she's like, "We don't do that in a civilized society." He goes, "You don't know your fucking history," which she doesn't care. People like that don't care. They don't want to hear how fucking bad governments can be with killing people, because they do a lot of killing. A lot of killing. Dan Aykroyd is trying to start a union a guild, and because he wants him in it, but if he won't join, he wants him dead.
And he doesn't want to join because there's meetings involved and rules and all that shit, and he doesn't.
Yeah, he keeps saying it. He's like, "Oh, cool. So are there going to be meetings?" He goes, "Yeah, I don't like
no
meetings."
deal." No, he says no deal.
This scene's great. She's pouring gasoline on everything, walking around with an unlit cigarette, and then he calls, and she
Joan
answers.
Cusack?
Yeah, it's Joan Cusack is his assistant. This is a family movie. He's got his brother plays the waiter. His brother plays a waiter in this. His sister here, Joan, plays this character, and his other sister. Yeah, his receptionist secretary.
And Anne is a drunk colleague, classmate.
Yeah, well, let's be honest,
and
Gary,
Cusack is the drunk.
Joan Cusack is a complete nut job in pretty much every fucking role she's ever been in.
Well, she is in real life. I mean,
she does.
I've listened to her talk.
She just has
John's
way too
kind of
much fun destroying the office here.
Yeah, this is a great scene.
Anima, absolutely. I've seen her in I can't name the movies, but definitely in Shameless as well. Like she just loves being horrible.
It made more than its money back, so it is
Yeah.
not technically a flop. But they also didn't market this movie until it went out on video, and that was a huge fucking mistake. They had no marketing for this film.
That's
Oh yeah, he leaves her the bundle of money because it's so funny because he says, "Hey, I told you I'm going to take care of you," and she gets panicky, like, "What do you mean by take care of me?" He goes, "No,
That's a
not
hitman
like
saying
that."
that.
Yeah, he said, "I mean, reach under your desk. I left something for you. I don't feel anything. Reach all the way to the back," and she reaches all the way back, which is technically the front of the desk. She reaches all the way back and finds that bundle of money, and she's, "Yay! All right."
No, at first he's like, "You shouldn't have," and he's like, "Yeah."
And
I
when
had
he's
to,
on the
so.
phone with her, he's like frustrated, trying to give her the directions on how to get the money. He's
Yeah,
like, reach
it
under
is
the desk.
funny.
No, further
she
back.
goes, "I'm not feeling it."
Like,
Yeah,
like the
further
end of the
further
desk.
back. Like it's
Yeah.
it's exactly. It's funny as shit. And like I said, a lot of the dialogue, because the director realized that improv, if you know the story and know what the characters are doing, where they're going in the conversation, and you know your lines already, just go ahead and fuck around and just play with it. And he did that with so many scenes in this movie. So there's so much improvisation in this movie.
And it makes it good. That's his line, by the way.
I think so,
Consider
too.
it profit sharing. You deserve it.
Yep, exactly. Thank you, RJ. Reed, they've talked about the idea of a sequel for years. Absolutely, but they didn't make enough to warrant it. And I blame Disney for that, for not marketing this film. Buena Vista was the one that distributed this movie.
Buena Vista should have been able to cover the marketing, but they were just purely there for the production.
Now, this is the one scene that was too far for me, where I didn't mind that he's, running and that they're going to try to assassinate him, but that this van is 50 feet in front of him, wide
And he
open,
doesn't see
with a
them,
guy and a
yeah.
rifle, and he doesn't notice it until the car speeds up and
The fucking
blocks
side
it.
door is open.
Wide the fuck open, with a guy in it with a rifle aimed at you. That's the one scene that bugged me in the whole movie. The only scene that
At
really
least
got me.
he didn't question. He jumped into the car with him and realized pretty quickly. Yeah, that was clever.
That's a hell of a rifle. Look at the suppressor on that thing. Jesus.
Oh my God, dude. Dude, when you were 10, I've got a comparative story. I was 7 years old and I saw the movie Don't Be Afraid of the Dark with Audrey Hepburn. And Alan Arkin plays the psychotic serial killer in it. And oh my fucking God, that movie. That movie scared the shit. I love that movie. I love that fucking movie. And I love watching it, but it scared the shit out of me as a kid. So he gets him, runs off, and they go trying to follow him. Get in the house because they know shit's about to go down. And I love this. And she gets upset, and she thinks that he's there to kill her, her dad. And he goes, "No, he saved me." The dad actually tells him, "I'd be dead if he hadn't saved me. Martin hadn't saved me." And now suddenly there's the look of difference in her eyes. I'm a good guy. I'm in love with you. And I want to make after this, I want to make a new life, is basically what he's telling her.
The funny thing is he's talking way
people.
too much given the job that he has on his hands. Killing all these people before they can kill them. Or a father.
Yeah, but Anima.
Yeah, there he talks about
Anima,
a higher God.
You're missing something very important. They were all bad guys.
I'm not missing that
Yeah,
at
because
all.
he said to her, he said it to somebody. Who did he say it to?
No,
He
you're
says,
missing the fucking quote. It's from True Lies, where she goes, "Oh my God, you've killed so many people," and he goes, "Yes, but they were all bad guys."
That's
Yeah.
good.
It's
That's
it's
good. But
after
I'm talking about
midnight,
in
so
this.
pardon me for not getting jokes.
I'm also talking about this movie, and in this film, he makes the comment: "If I show up at your door, you did something to deserve it," and that's how
And
he sees his
RJ
job.
RJ is putting the quote right here. It's not me. Why does everybody think it's personal? It's just a job. Nothing personal to it. But now it's his job to save her dad. And while doing that, he talks way too much. And even
Which we have a
proposes
great
to her
moment
at
like
the end.
that in the last Bond film we watched, where the really bad German doctor says it's
Oh my
nothing
God.
personal,
Super
and
German.
Bond says it was to me, and kills him.
Yeah,
I'm like, fuck yeah.
That was Tomorrow Never Dies, I think, and it's where they had a
Yes.
Stamper. Stamper was the guy that was trained by it was the guy from Ghost in the subway.
Yes, the subway ghost. Yes,
yeah,
that's his most memorable role that people know him from.
Yes, well, you see him pop up in other films. You're like, that's the guy from Ghost.
Yeah, and he looks freakish in real life, but he's a very good actor, and he's good at what he does.
Oh, he's great in Tomorrow Never Dies, where he is the like pressure point and how to cause people as much pain as possible, and then he teaches that to Stamper, who's like a fucking giant. It's not the greatest Bond movie ever. I got a lot of problems with it, but I did enjoy it. Also, kind of got off topic here. I am starting to have flashbacks from this movie because of the two of you.
This is great. She hands him the gun and says, "Make it work." Because he doesn't
Make it
know
work,
how to.
yeah.
And then she almost shoots him later. And then she keeps pointing the gun at him, and he slowly moves it away from him as he proposes marriage.
And she's pointing it. That was a fun proposal.
No, she's
this
got her.
movie.
It's a good scene that really screws up a lot of Hollywood, where actors have their finger inside the trigger guard when they shouldn't
all
have
the time.
to, because
all the time they do that.
Dude, that's a pet peeve of mine.
Yeah, but she puts her finger inside the trigger guard, and and he's like, "Oh no!"
Oh, but the thing is, she isn't trained. Hollywood does it all the time with people who should know how to handle guns, not to do that. And that's
like on the
something
set of Rust,
Yeah.
where Alec Baldwin killed two people, or one person and shot another.
We're not talking about that.
Okay, so what's happening here? This is one of my favorite moments. This is where he brings up the guild again and says, "Are there going to be meetings?" He goes, "Yes." Group meetings? He goes, "Yes, I hate those kind of meetings. No thanks." And this is one of my favorites.
It's one of the best deaths.
Well, what's great is he runs out of bullets. He goes, "Here, I'll spot you a gun."
They're both out of ammo in this, yeah.
And he delivers the line again, "Popcorn." And I don't know why he does it. Bing, 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 popcorn.
It's
or
weird.
bing, 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 bong, popcorn. It's such a weird fucking phrase. But I think it adds to the nuttiness of this character.
Yes.
And I told Anima, I said, when he does it, when he hits him over the head with the TV, I said, yeah, he's dead.
Oh, yeah.
I said,
that would fry his
not
brain,
just from the blunt force trauma, it's just all the fucking electrical energy stored inside of a television. Even when it's powered off and unplugged, there's energy in there you can get electrocuted by. And you get that directly to the brain. Yeah, he fucking killed that dude. It was great.
Scrambled eggs, to come back to that.
Yeah,
and of course.
I love the gunfights in this.
Straight back to fucking Jiffy Pop because Gary's on the stream.
Yep, there you go. You made a good connection, buddy. But I loved it when the one guy's shooting at him and he throws the stainless steel refrigerator door out to block the bullets. And you see the ping, 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 ping of the bullets. Oh, I love him standing there like that, and he hits him with the TV right now. He stands up.
That's a good, I remember that.
Solidarity, baby.
Yeah.
Solidarity, baby. So you get to throw that gun at me? No.
I got something better.
What's he hit him with?
The TV.
Oh, shit.
The 80s TV.
Right over the fucking head and killed him.
Lot of
because
flat
there is a
screen.
lot of those old tube TVs, man,
Yep.
had
The
electricity
CRT,
stored
yeah,
inside.
the CRTs are heavy as shit.
And the weight of that, the blunt trauma of breaking. I mean, you got to hit someone pretty hard to put their head through that. Okay.
And you see him
So-
twitch
God, yeah.
while he
Oh, God,
dies, or after he dies.
Another great line right here: "Workers of the world unite."
Right.
I don't want any part of your dirty guild. There's where she shoots at him, and he moves out of the way, and then he comes back
Just
in,
Stop,
all
stop
covered
shooting.
in blood.
Does he say stop shooting?
Now, I'm going to say this right now, and I bet you Anima will understand when I say it. This is a throwback to the kind of zany comedy that you would have had with Cary Grant and Katharine Hepburn. I could have seen this movie made back then with Cary Grant as the assassin and Katharine Hepburn, or Audrey Hepburn, as the girl. And I don't know who would be great as the dad from that period. Oh, I know, the old banker from It's a Wonderful Life.
Oh, wait,
In the
hang on,
wheelchair.
Gary, go back because I want to talk about that shot.
Oh, sorry, I backed too far.
No, it's okay. It's
Wait.
okay.
Hey, Mortals Hate Me. Welcome. We are just sitting here, bunch of friends talking about movies we love. And this is a film that is a film we believe worth a lot of love and time to watch it. If you like zany comedies that have a dark twinge to them, this is your cup of tea, man.
That's the one right there.
The dad says the line, and by the way, the scene went longer. And the two producers from Buena Vista Disney told him, no, that's the line to end on. And he watched it. They cut it for him. He liked it. And he goes, you're right. He agreed with them. He says, this is one of the first times in my career I worked with executives from a studio that actually were creatives that knew what they were talking about. And that's what's lacking today. We just don't have that anymore, man. All those great creators that worked in the studio system are gone. And all we have are people up there for either political agendas or money. Or both. Yes, exactly. It's Arsenic and Old Lace. Bringing up Baby, the Philadelphia story. Thank you, RJ. He gets it.
What I was talking about with that particular shot is really good cinematography for comedy of the scene where he's just kind of poking his head around. Like, he doesn't try to walk into the bathroom after the shooting. He pokes his head around, which is great. Like, he's already said, like, it's me, stop shooting. And then just kind of pokes his head around. I loved it. That's a great shot.
She's still aiming the gun at him during the proposal, even after her dad saying, you've got my blessing. She's still pointing the gun at him.
Yes.
So here we are.
All of that.
At the end of the movie.
He just got his head hanging around the side of the door jamb.
Right. So now we're in the car. He got the girl who's going out for a new life, and she pre-recorded her show on reel to reel. And so they're listening to her talking about the vinyl reunion, winding down our all vinyl reunion weekend. Points High School class of 86. It's just fucking great ending. They drive off to the fucking Clash.
Yeah.
It ends with a Clash song, and I fucking love the Clash.
Lot of good music in this.
Do we hear any kind of other this would be like the ending scene in the movie where the soundtrack is playing over this scene. Did we have any other 80s music throughout the film where it was playing over the scene?
Absolutely. One of the great things about this movie is that soundtrack, because what a soundtrack they have. Okay. Unbelievably good rock soundtrack, and I think I even heard Flock of Seagulls in one scene where they're at the school. They had some great stuff. And I'm not sure what. I don't know. I don't get that. We did Tomorrow Never Dies.
Where were you last Saturday, Tom?
You were.
We did that.
I thought he was there.
I I thought
Well, we
so.
Yeah,
did it
Yeah.
Tom
last
Baker
Saturday.
was there, or maybe he wasn't because of alcohol.
Yes, the flock of seagulls with the weird fucking wave
Right.
in their fucking hair. They got so much fucking product in their hair; it's ridiculous.
He had the sides of his hair
Don't
going
smoke.
straight up, and the
Yeah,
the
you don't
hair,
want to smoke around him. You'll set
Yeah.
everything on fire. You know, there'll be an explosion like Michael Jackson. That's a
Oh,
bad
it was a
joke, but
bad
it's
show.
true.
Okay.
Oh, it's
But
bad
it's
joke.
true. It's true. Well, you know, so I'm being ironic. So anyway, no, it was a bad joke. Fuck you, Tom.
One of many. Yeah,
fuck,
you're not
fuck
wrong.
all you guys. Fuck all you guys. Anyway.
Yeah, let's get out of
Gary, I
here.
have a question. I'm sorry, Anna. Go ahead.
I
We
just
gotta
said let's
get
get
out
out
of
of
here
here
'cause we
because
went
we've
long.
been over. Like,
So at some point, are you guys going to do War Inc., which several people in the chat have
No, I don't
said
like
it
that
is a
movie.
sequel.
I don't. It is not. I talked about that. It is not a sequel. It's not as funny, and it's just I don't like the humor in it. I don't like the characters in it. I tried it and I couldn't stand it, and I watched to the end, and I said I'll never watch that movie again, and I won't. I just don't. I just didn't think it was very good. 97 was kind of the end of Cusack and good movies. He did that one film in 98, I think, the Hotel Room, which I thought was
1489,
89, 38, something like that.
something
And
like
I
that.
thought it was okay. I liked parts of it, but I wasn't
Identity?
really
You didn't like
overwhelmed.
Identity?
No, I liked the book. I didn't like the movie.
Oh, I never read the book, so I'm
I
not prepared
read.
to-
I have read everything Dean Koontz has ever put out. I consider him one of my favorite authors. And
I did like the movie. The twist at the end was kind of like, okay, yeah, I already got it because they choreographed a bit. But
he's schizophrenic, and they're all his personalities.
Right. But the entire movie, right up into the old end, where the kind of reveal is, I kind of got it, and I really liked it. Then it was like, oh yeah, you kind of played this exactly like you're holding my fucking hand. I don't like that.
My problem with all of that was it felt more like a TV movie than a theatrical film.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah. Oh, that's a great take. I completely agree. It could have been a TV
we
film.
saw a lot of that back in the 90s in particular, going into the 2000s. These movies were getting made that felt like TV movies. Not that they're bad, but they're, that's a good TV movie, but it's a TV movie. Rarely do you get a TV movie that's good enough to just be called a movie. Duel is one of them.
But I did like Identity right up until the end. The whole film was keeping me on the edge of my seat. I was confused, but starting to figure things out. And then the reveal, and I was like, well, yeah, of course.
So that's the end of the film, guys. If you've not seen this movie, highly recommend you try checking it out. There's a lot of places you can see it. You know, Amazon Prime has it. Let me go and see if it. Where to
it is a
watch
fun movie. Go watch it. You'll enjoy it.
Grosse Pointe Blank. All right, because I've bought it on 2 different platforms, digital, and I downloaded one of them, even though they didn't know I downloaded it because you're not supposed to. You're not supposed to. So you can watch it on Amazon Prime Video. Okay, I'll go to Just Watch. You can watch it on Apple TV. It's available. Prime Video. You can watch it on Hoopla, Fandango at home, and there you go. Those are the places where you can see it.
I will be watching this after we're done talking backstage.
Just remember, it's gross with an E at the end and point with an E at the end because, like I said, they're fancy there in Grosse Pointe. They're all rich.
It's almost like I made a joke about that in my tagline.
This is gross. Yeah, it's called This is Gross.
All right, let's get
All
out
right.
of here.
Okay. I wasn't gonna, but now that you said, I guess I better.
You have to. I'm telling you. I'm the boss
I
of
just
you.
don't know. I don't know how to do my job.
Yeah, you don't.
All right, before I go,
2 monkey hookers and a racist dwarf. I think I'm heading home.
Yeah? I'll come with you.
I love that fucking movie. All right, guys, we are out of here, and hope everybody enjoyed the show. And we'll be back again on Friday
Hey,
to
Gary.
talk about another